this town. Who knew heartbreak could feel so right? Fox and the hound united in the fight. You call me trouble, yeah, wore it like a badge. Scarlet letters and cigarette ash. She said you'd burn, that you'd never be tame, but you spark like a riot and I thrive in the flame. Cast as the fox you hunted for a fight. Told me the hound would howl all night. Wild in the shadows, stalking your pride, but I found you broken and she lied. We built fences out of all her rumors, both wounded by her same old maneuvers. But what she broke down, we built up in spite. Two lone wolves in the neon night. Fox and the hound, yeah, that's our story. Enemies by name, but in truth it's glory. She tried to keep us on opposite sides. Now we're running wild together, all us under city lights. From hate to love, we flipped the script. Now we're tangled up in fate's tight grip. Who knew heartbreak could feel so right? Fox and the hound turn the dark into light. Late night confessions on a rooftop edge, trading battle scars like a blood-soaked pledge. You said trust comes hard when you've lost your pack, but your eyes said stay, so I never looked back. She made us rivals, set us up to lose, but in our disaster we found our truth. Growling laughter, gutter-born grace, falling for you at a reckless pace. All her games, all her lies, we see through the disguise. Not prey, not hunter, just two hearts on fire. Ashes to thunder, love won't expire. Fox and the hound rewriting the fable. Enemies they said, but now we're able to love through the chaos out of the blue. Fox found the hound and I found you. From hate to love, no backing down. Here we go, tearing up this town. Who knew heartbreak could feel so right? Fox and the hound united in the fight. United in the fight. Once we were rivals, but now we're true. Collide like legends, just me and you. Fox and the hound against the world tonight, turning old scars into new life. Fox and the hound rewriting the fable. Enemies they said, but now we're able to love through the chaos out of the blue. Fox found the hound and I found you. From hate to love, no backing down. Here we go, tearing up this town. Who knew heartbreak could feel so right? Fox and the hound united in the fight. You call me trouble, yeah, wore it like a badge. Scarlet letters and cigarette ash. She said you'd burn, that you'd never be tame, but you spark like a kinda slick
Why?
trick slips inside my head.
Where? Love, are you here?
Hands twitch,
I am.
back on all that shit I
No, in the.
Oh, right.
Ah. Ah.
I'm sorry, I fucked up. My bad.
It's okay. Maybe the I might have a Snickers.
Yeah.
I gave you space and all my time, and I bit my tongue. But when I need a moment, turn
Are you
around,
also munching on something?
Yep. Chips.
when you were shaking, dragged you when you were dead. But the moment I was breaking told me, girl, get out your head. I took you at your cursed and at your worst and carried all you couldn't stand. Then you asked me to mask myself, but did you hold my fucking hand? Now you told me hide your face and stay your tongue. Like, fuck me, guess I'm nothing. Is this all I can become? And you tell me that's all you want is smile. You pretty puppet, kiss me. Say that you'll always need me. Even when my chest was caving in. Even when loving you means I'll never win. I learned to make myself smaller. Learned when silence was safer. Learned that needing anything was a taller order, and would make me a fucking failure. You said I talk too much about it. Said it drags the mood down hard. So I buried every screaming thought and let it rot where time forgot. I wanna ask my friends for help, but I don't know the start. I'm scared that if I say it loud, they'll leave me to fall fucking apart. I took you on your worst
So much work.
days, you harder than I loved myself, and when it was my turn to fall apart, I fell with no one else. Be happy.
No, it's
There.
totally 80s.
When I begged for breath, I guess my pain was inconvenient. Something better
80s nuts, got 'em!
when does it
You just look like you're from the 80s, babe.
when will I stop?
With the, like,
When I breathe my
bright blue sweater and the neon hair
they consumed by rot. I don't want hope or
and the snow.
fixing. I want
I mean, I was born in the 80s, so.
pain, pain, pain.
Yeah, but like...
Not suicide.
Yeah, but like, you're not like an 80s kid. Like, you were born in the 80s, but you weren't around to experience the 80s.
You don't know.
I don't know? Were you not born in April of 1989?
I was.
But you experienced the 80s for what? 7 months?
Yeah. That's enough, trust me.
That was enough, yeah?
Mhm.
Don't you only start to experience memory? Don't you, like, only actually have memory from when you're, like, 1.5 or 2 years old? Like, before that, you don't have any memory? Like,
Oh, I don't know.
to form memory?
There's like 4 or something is the earliest memory I ever remember.
So then you were not there consciously in the 80s, ever.
I know, baby.
That's all I was saying.
Gotta keep an autistic girl busy.
Me? What did I do?
You're like, no, that's incorrect. This couldn't be because of this and that and this and that. And it's like, it was clearly a joke.
Was it? Oh.
Yes, dear.
Oh. Okay. Clearly. Clearly. Fish! Hi, Fish, for the first time.
Hello, fishy fish.
feelings you will feel this summer before going to college. Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, Fist, nice to meet you. Do you like that I added snow? I added snow to the forest, and by to the forest I mean to my model, technically. And like when I move, technically the snow does too. But like I'm an ice mage, so like it makes sense that the snow is connected to me. Not snow. Oh, become an ice mage. Go die out in the snow. Become a Yukiona. And you'll always be in the snow. Load. Load. Morgan.
No.
Wait.
I was loving my chips.
Wait.
No.
Wait. I found it. Okay, go ahead, Faith. Wait, actually, wait. Hold on. I am ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what are we drinking?
A soda.
Hell yeah, I got a Yoo-hoo.
No, I can't eat right now because I gotta talk. Damn it. Okay.
Alright, I'll go find something to munch on in your stead.
Me in the voiceover booth all the time.
Believe it.
Another morning, nothing's changed.
Wait, positive, negative. You're not able to click?
Nope.
Do you want to disconnect and reconnect from Parsec?
God damn it.
It's not your fault. I can fully believe that it's Parsec's fault. Except that's
Jesus.
where
There. Fucking hell.
can you click?
No
Yay.
progress, no hope. I gotta switch my headset battery 1 second.
This is like when this was like when I was leaving.
For you. Get good, scrub.
When I was
This
leaving.
ad brought to you by Leela is fucking deafened right now.
Oh, did it like actually
Okay.
fucking die fully?
Huh?
Just turned off?
On my headset?
Yeah. Did it just turn off?
I had to plug in a new one. Why do I look so pixelated on your screen?
I don't know. Great question. Let's see if does that fix it? No. Oh,
Network issues detected.
it looks better now, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention the first time.
Alright, anywho, whatever.
I got
Retro
sunflower
80s Leela it
seeds.
is with all the fucking boxes and pixels.
Polygons.
The only difference this morning is that Tara's still asleep. It's the first time I've woken up before her since we started sleeping together. I'm glad she's still sleeping. I can tell she needs it. You, every time you were over here, I'm dead ass asleep. Nothing.
Okay.
I slip out of bed and dress silently. My next move should be heading to the shop. Sticking to routine is what keeps Evelyn off our backs. For now. The instant I start thinking about Evelyn again, I'm hit by a powerful urge to climb back into bed and wrap my arms around Tara, hold her for a little longer. I
Aww.
don't. She needs her rest, and there's still some time before she leaves. Somehow, thinking about that makes me feel even worse. I try to push the thought away, but her voice does that for me. Oh shit, what time is it? She sits up in bed and rubs her eyes. She's still wearing her clothes from the night before, or at least the top half. But her sitting up doesn't mean she's actually awake.
Literally
True.
me.
Yes. Me too. It's still early. You can rest more. No, it's fine. I got this. I'm just going to go spend some time in the shop so nobody comes to check on us later today. Get some sleep. I'll be back soon. You sure? I move back to the bed and kiss her forehead before lowering her onto her pillow. I'm sure. I'll wake you up when I'm back. Okay, cool. Thanks, babe.
Thanks, babe.
I mean, thanks. Dead silence.
Cute.
I know what you meant. I'm out the door before either of us can say a word. I don't want to think about that right now. I just need to get to the shop. I'm so focused on that I almost slam into Evelyn the second I step outside.
No need to rush, dear.
My brain jumps to panic mode. Why is she here? She's never here in the morning. Did she come for us? The door isn't shut all the way. I could run back inside, grab Tara, get out. I know deep down that it's pointless to try, and if she wanted us dead, we'd be dead. I don't know why she's sparing us, but if she changes her mind, we won't get a warning. What do you want? Her mouth curls into a frown.
Am I not supposed to take an interest in my daughter's life? I thought you had outgrown that phase.
I grit my teeth, the sight of Tara's body being flung into the wall, Maddie's room in the cabin, haltingly empty. She doesn't have the right to even pretend to be my mother. I'm not your daughter.
Morgan!
I flinch as she raises her voice. I hate letting her get a rise out of me, but there's too many memories making me afraid of that sound. She just sighs and her features sink. She almost looks visibly hurt. Only almost. There's still something inhuman about her expression, something I've never been able to understand.
You can be so cruel sometimes. You weren't always. When you were young, you were the sweetest thing. You'd never imagine the things you say to me so casually now.
I clench my fist, have to keep it together. My nails pushing slightly against the skin of my palm. As always, my fingers freeze before they draw blood. I'm going to work. My voice comes out as a rasp, and I cringe at the weakness of it. She puts her hand on my shoulder as I try to walk past.
Work can wait, dear. I'm sure your customers will understand. I have something to show you. I thought since you were so desperate to see in my office, I could give you a little glimpse of what I keep in there.
Evelyn drops her hand, her lips twisting into a sickeningly sweet smile.
If you're not interested, however, I'm sure your American friend would be eager to join me.
My blood freezes. I want to hit her. I want to scream at her. I'm not sure if it's fear or the curse she's placed on me that keeps me rooted to the spot. I can't even look up. I can't even look at up.
No, you're so right. That is not a correct sentence. I can't even look up at her, is what it's supposed to be. Yes, correct. It is a typo.
I can't even look up at her. She knows she's won, as she always has. I can feel her eyes on me as she waits for me to follow her. The moment passes, and she makes a sound of affirmation. She turns away.
Now, come with me, dear.
I figure out where we're headed after a couple of minutes of walking the forest. If she's taking me in there, then this could be it.
Ah, here we are.
I look back at the house from what I hope is the last time. What's going to happen if Tara wakes up and can't find me? What if she never sees me again? Tara. I mutter her name under my breath. Some dumb childish part of me hopes that she heard it somehow. It's better than that she's not here, but I still wish she was.
What was that, dear?
Nothing.
I want to thank your friend. She's made motivating you so much easier. It's nice to see you caring about someone other than yourself, for once. I'd almost think you were finally growing up, if you weren't so stubbornly holding on to your teenage rebelliousness.
I don't say anything. I keep my face blank. 1, 2, breathing. She pays me no mind. We walk into the forest past the initial tree line into its depths. At least I know where we are. Or I thought I did. As we keep on walking, I realize that I don't know where we are at all. I don't recognize any of this. The trees are different. There aren't the one they aren't these aren't the ones I know. They aren't even the ones I saw when we started walking. I walked this path dozens of times. There's no way I'm making a mistake. The branches blot out the sun even more than usual, and the shadows seem to
Oh.
blend around Evelyn.
That's a great question, though, Weird that it's still happening.
Yeah, it's something.
And it's
on my
gotten
end, I
worse.
guess. It has gotten worse, you're right.
Mm.
Let me see something. No, nothing's downloading that I see.
I mean, that's how you look on my Chrome as well, so I think it's definitely... Like, if you were to... Hi, Kim! Welcome in! Trying to uncensor the adorable girl. I'm trying to uncensor the Texan.
Hold on.
Whoa! Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Better?
No. Not at all.
Yes, I am.
Clean. I mean, a little bit, but it's not... You say better, it's like... I mean, yeah, no, it is definitely better than it just was, but... I mean, it's not super clear. I don't know how clear it's supposed to be. Oh, just got a little bit blurrier for on my Chrome.
It's gotta be my internet. We'll just... We'll deal with it. Fuck it, we'll do it live. I can hear the creaking of old wood in the darkness. It almost sounds like the trees are moving. I've never seen the forest behave like this. I've never seen anything behave like this. As we walk, Evelyn keeps turning her head to glance at me, probably trying to see how scared I am. I don't let my expression waver. I won't let her in. She won't win this one. The things around me don't even look like trees anymore. They're too gnarled and rotten. They twist into shapes that should be impossible. They form walls around us as we walk, pushing us forward. I can't help drawing in on myself. It's like the whole forest is closing around us. It's getting harder to breathe. I feel like I'm about to be crushed by the forest itself. And just when I think I can't take it anymore, we break into a clearing.
Part of the forest.
And in the center of the clearing is a beautiful radiant tree. It's actually green, real, brilliant green needles. The trunk is so thick and sturdy that the bark makes it look armor-plated. The rich scent of pine fills the air. The shadows around us are kept at bay by a shimmering golden light.
There were 2 thes in that
I can
sentence.
breathe again.
You did amazing. There were 2 thes in that sentence for some reason. Thick and sturdy.
I can breathe again. Crisp, clear air fills my lungs. The awful sensations of the twisted forest are all but forgotten. I reach out my hand to it, but only reach. Something inside me tells me that I'm not supposed to touch it, that I'm not even supposed to be here. What is this? She ignores me, or at least I think she does. I don't turn around to look at her. I'm too transfixed by the tree ahead of me. I don't know how long I've been there staring. But after some time, I noticed the air. Ma'am?
Should really figure out why that does that.
You should.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know how long I stand there staring, but after some time, I noticed the air around me change. My limbs began to numb and almost immediately. When I looked back at Evelyn, she's glowing, an oily shimmer all over her body. And she's smiling at me. Smiling.
You were so peaceful, so calm. I can't remember another time when you were so relaxed. I hate to interrupt it, really I do, but I only have so much time to spend here. You understand?
She starts walking towards me. That's when I see the knife in her hand. I try to open my mouth to speak. I try to move my feet away from her. I can't. Completely still, impulse crashes against nature. My heart hammers in my chest. Every muscle in my body is frozen. I can't even shake.
This forest spirit, it's so young. I suppose it is. The power within it is enough to melt the ice in this place, to draw you in. But she got some of her pixels back. You love it so much, even though you'd only just met it moments ago.
A rush of understanding fills me. The warmth, the peace in this place. A haven from the cold, and we are the intruders.
I always knew you were part of this forest, much more than any of the others. This confirms that.
She grabs my hand and holds it up, examining my palm, running her fingers over its creases, as if it's like nothing she's ever seen before.
So wait, is Morgan the heart of the woods? I thought it would make
Apparently,
you
I guess.
dangerous. It didn't. It made you weaker.
She presses the blade to my hand. My mind screams at my body, desperately trying to get my muscles to respond.
Your one chance at success, of escape, and you're weakened by it.
She laughs to herself, like she knows a joke that I'm not in on. With a swift motion, she drags a knife against my palm. I stare in horror as blood trickles and pools from the open gash.
Since you loved it so much, I wonder how it will feel for you to be the one to kill it.
My strings are cut in that moment, and I fall over. The rush of sensations rush over me at once. The pain, the cold.
That scream
I'm
did
not.
not go through. Okay.
I'm not gonna scream in this apartment complex. I scream out, clutching my palm. I turn and try to claw or crawl immediately, my instincts shouting at me as I fall to my knees over and over. Get up! Run! Run! But it's too late. Evelyn grabs my wrist so hard I feel like the bones are about to break, and she swings me around and presses my bloody palm into the forest spirit. Before I can rip my hand away, I feel a voice bursting forth from within.
Go say. Oh, okay. All
No,
right. Okay.
Pain rips forth from my chest the more I try to hold the words back. I cover my mouth with my hands and stumble back in horror. But it's too late. An unexplainable sound fills the air, a horrendous groan. I know what it is. I do. I don't want to admit it to myself, though. It's the spirit. Blackness moves up the shining green needles. The calming aura disappears completely, and it's replaced by something else. Pain. It's pain. I fall to my knees as the trunk begins to twist into itself. Bits of bark fall into the snow. The rotting blackness creeps up from its roots, and the unsteady trunk begins to sway. The needles wither and die. My head is filled with its suffering. I
You're
hear a
adorable.
crackling then. A black tar seeps out from the bark, smelling of death. It bursts into flames. No, 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 no. I try to hold my mouth closed. Incantations leave my throat in a voice that's mine but yet isn't. Evelyn's standing further back now, watching the scene before her. Her face is contorted into a terrifying grin. She's enjoying this. The crackling glows louder, my breath catches in my chest, and out of the corner of my eye, I see Evelyn, hand outstretched. No, Evelyn, don't. Stop! With a crack louder than thunder, the spirit's trunk splits in two. A beat of silence follows, and then I hear the screams. It comes from all around me, something crying out within the woods, a shrieking, earth-shattering wail. My heart breaks. It's not some... Go back. It's not something in the forest, it is the forest. Somehow, the trees around me are screaming in pain. I'm screaming now. I can barely hear myself through the shrieking vortex around me. I can't look. I bow my head, still screaming, as the fire burns. Even the fire feels wrong. It's cold. Freezing. Fire blooms around the tree, shooting high above the tree line. In one giant blinding burst, the tree is gone. All that's left is a circle of scorched earth. The burn is more intense than anything I've ever seen. It looks like it stretches down forever. Somewhere in my heart, I know nothing will ever grow here again. The screams start to fade. I slowly take my hands from my ears.
Thank you for being such a help, dear. Really?
You're a monster.
How funny. Your mother said the exact same thing. You really do take after her.
I can't gather my thoughts enough to respond. The screams are still echoing in my mind.
Never forget this day, child. In the brief time you have left, I want you to know for certain that you don't stand a chance at changing your fate. You never have. None of you ever had. And when the time comes for you to serve as my vessel, I'll make sure the next one won't either.
She reaches out towards me and I prepare for the worst. But all she does is pat my head and ruffle my hair.
You can find your own way home, I assume. I know how much you love these woods.
She gives another chuckle as she turns and walks away, heading back into the shadowy trees. She disappears into the darkness. All that's left is me and the disgusting burnt circle.
A lot of those.
My mind is blank, numb with shock. Quietly, slowly, one thought begins to take form.
Save. Page 2. Thank you.
You'll pay for this, no matter what it takes.
Yes.
She tried to break me for years, over and over again. I've never let her, and I'm not going to let her now. I don't care how powerful she is. I don't care what she did to Maddie. She's going to pay.
How rude.
And Tara and I are going to make sure of it. We'll destroy her once and for all. We'll leave this place behind for good, together. And nothing's going to stop us. Can I get my chips now?
No.
Damn it. I open the door and its weight drags me forward as I stumble inside. I prop myself up on the knob, trying to catch my breath. I can't. Tara must have heard the door because her footsteps come booming down the stairs. She doesn't fall. I'm surprised, given that the last 5 times she ended up slamming into the wall. I keep telling her to be careful. This time I'm glad she isn't. Closing the door behind me, I finally manage to enter the kitchen as she rounds the corner. Holy shit, are you okay? I thought when you didn't come home, I'm okay, don't worry. It wasn't anything. I can't seem to finish my sentence. My head is swimming. I stumble again, ready to collapse to the floor. Let's go upstairs. You need some rest. Come on. Her voice is warm, quiet, and reassuring. I can't believe it belongs to the same girl that spends her days yelling about the Loch Ness monster. But it's what I need right now. Thank you, Tara. Hey, that's what I'm here for. We're the dream team, remember? She flashes me a now very familiar wide-mouthed goofy grin. I can tell she's trying to distract me from the fear and worry I can see in her eyes. She's never been hard to read, but by now she's an open book. At least she's trying. That counts. Come on, let's get up there. Tara holds my arm to steady me as we go up the stairs. I hate being like this. I'm not supposed to be weak. I can't be weak.
Oh my god. How do you feel about that statement?
Yeah, fucking mood.
I thought so.
I thought so. All right, Evelyn.
Quite, yes. Yes, just as I suspected.
I ignore the shaking in my legs and force myself to stand on my own. Even if I'm not walking to the bed to sit down, it helps. You just sit here for a minute and relax, okay? I'm gonna make some coffee or something. I thought you didn't even know how to make coffee. That's where the or something comes in.
Oh no.
It takes me a second to realize that I'm laughing. Everything's gone wrong, but I'm laughing. Every time I start to lose hope, she makes me laugh. She's smiling again. It's genuine this time.
Yo, is that how you feel about me? Every time you begin to
Yes.
lose hope, I make you fucking crack up laughing.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Anyways.
100%.
Okay, we can move on. It's okay. It's okay. The reaction could have been better, but it's okay. We'll move on.
Okay. Fine. Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
yes,
there you
you
go.
brighten my day so much. I am so happy to have you in my life.
Yay.
What would I ever do without you?
I shouldn't talk about that
excitement-
on stream.
The excitement that I have is boiling over. I can barely contain it.
Hey, joke's on you. I fucking win. I got a genuine laugh at you.
I guess I'll take the risk. Thank you, Tara. I'm not good with words. I want to kiss her, to thank her genuinely. It's not the right time. I kiss her cheek instead. She doesn't say anything, just turns and heads to the kitchen. Maybe that was a mistake, but I don't think it was. A whirlpool of panic hits my brain the instant she leaves. It threatens to overcome me, crashing over my thoughts and pulling me deeper into its abyss. My breathing runs ragged. I close my eyes, counting the 100, counting to 100, as I've done so many times before, but it's not enough. The forest, Maddie, Evelyn, Tara. I try to raise my head above the water. I can't do this. After everything with Maddie, with Evelyn, Tara shouldn't have to deal with my problems too. And neither of us has time to deal with all the feelings I know we're not talking about. If I'm a bigger part of the picture than Maddie, I know that's what's going to lead to. I'll hold it in. I'll be fine. I shake my head. It's so much harder to lie to myself than it used to be. Those heavy footsteps save me from the mess in my head. Tara slips back into the room with 2 mugs of what I think is supposed to be coffee. The smell of coffee always makes me feel calm, but right now, it just makes me feel sick. Here we go. If the caffeine in this doesn't wake you up, then at least the taste will. As long as it doesn't kill me. No promises.
Mood.
I bring the mug to my lips and taste it carefully. It's not bad, or I'm just desperate. Either way, I keep drinking it. So, what happened out there? Did she hurt you? Not really. She just went on about how we can't do anything to her. It wasn't anything serious. Bullshit. I want to tell her not to worry, but I can't. Evelyn's laughter rattles around in my head the second I open my mouth. I place the already empty mug of coffee on my desk. I hear Tara's sharp intake of breath behind me and I spin around, my heart racing. Fear and worry reflect in her eyes as her gaze flits that flicks between my face and my hands. I look down at my own palm, still bleeding gently. It throbs now that I'm looking at it. With everything that happened, I forgot about it.
Mood.
Tara reaches forward and holds my hand between her own, applying a gentle pressure to it. Her concern is more than I can handle. I can't lie to her. I'm sorry, Tara. We've already got so much to worry about. I didn't want to give you more. I want to look out for you, Morgan. I can take it. The two of us sit silently for what feels like an eternity. Every sentence I try to form falls apart the moment I open my mouth. The screaming echoes in my head, but eventually I do. And then I couldn't stop. I was killing it. Tara rubs my hands, staying quiet as I continue talking. I feel my eyes stinging the moment I speak, but I have to hold it together. It was burning. It was burning and dying. It was like the entire forest felt it. I couldn't stop the magic no matter what I did. And after everything was said and done, Evelyn, I feel a tightness in my chest. I've never spoken like this before to anyone, not even Gelladora. She told me my real mother was just like me. I can't bring myself to continue. Voicing the implications out loud would make them more real than they already are. My real mother is gone, and whatever similarities we bore means nothing now. All that matters is that she lost. Shit, Morgan, The stinging gets worse. She probably doesn't know how much we know. If she's trying to scare you, that means she's really scared of us. Her pulling weird shit in the forest isn't going to change anything. She can't understand. How do I tell her about the screams of the forest? That black fire. The trees were... I cut myself off. What am I doing? I already told myself I wasn't going to let this get to me, and here I am, already about to lose it. I have to keep it together. You're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have made such a deal out of it. Hey, that's not what I meant. I want to hear what you have to say. She sits down next to me. The stinging in my eyes isn't going away, no matter how many times I try to blink it back. You know I'm not the best at, saying stuff or knowing how to say stuff. Isn't that your job?
You.
Yeah, but do I ever look like I know what I'm doing?
You.
Me, yes. She holds my hand as I chuckle. You've got a point. But I'm okay, I promise. It was just some cheap scare tactic. I wouldn't let something like that beat me. Like you said, this is just a sign that we're on the right track. Just because everyone else before us failed, that doesn't mean that... Morgan. Huh? You're crying. What? No, I'm not. Inch by inch, I reach up and touch my cheek.
I've been
It's
there,
wet.
girl. I've been there, girl.
I can't be crying. My eyes are still stinging. I've been holding it back. It's okay. You can cry.
Me.
I told you I'm not.
Me.
My voice comes off as
Me.
I let out a choked sob. I'm not. Tears flow down my face for the first time in years. Each one burns my skin like a tiny, painful reminder of how pathetic I'm being.
Me! Let's go!
I desperately try to wipe the tears away, even though I know it's pointless. They just keep coming. I squeeze my eyes shut instead, in the hopes that it'll somehow force the tears back in.
I believe in
And
her.
then
I
once
was able to
again-
prevent myself from crying today.
Once again, I feel Tara's arm around me. She squeezes me so hard that I start thinking she's trying to wring the tears out of me. Let it out. You know I've got you. I let it out. I throw my arms around her and rest my head against her shoulder. All I can do is hope that the fabric muffles my sobs. She rubs my back slowly and presses her lips to my forehead. I already feel like I'm burning inside, but her warmth is different, soothing. My whole body shakes against Tara. She doesn't flinch. She doesn't say anything. She just holds me close. This isn't the girl I spent years watching and yelling about monsters on the internet. This isn't even the girl that stepped off the train a few weeks ago. Something about being here changed her. As I cling to her for dear life, I realize that it changed me too. I can feel my tears start to slow. When that thought crosses my mind, I'm finally able to catch my breath. Tara's grip on me loosens as I stop shaking. When she takes her lips off my forehead, I have to fight the urge to pull her back down.
You hear his journey.
I pull away and sit up instead. It's nice to be able to wipe my cheeks and actually have them stay dry. Looking at her now, I can see that Tara's face is stained with tears too. It's my fault. I'm sorry. Hey, it's cool. I don't think anyone on Earth or anywhere else would say you don't deserve a minute to get it all out there. If you say so. For what it's worth, I think you stand a way better chance than any of the people that came before you. After all, you've got one thing they don't. What's
It's
that?
determined trans girl.
She breaks into another massive grin that the tear streaks on her face can't hope to tarnish. I know what she's going to say before she even brings out the finger guns. Me, obviously.
Be pride.
I start to chuckle before bursting into laughter. Real, full laughter. Even now, every now and then a sob slips in. I don't mind as much anymore. As always, she knew how to make me feel better. My incredibly humble savior.
Oh my god,
Hey,
it's you!
If I can't... Hey, if I can't stay on brand, even under the threat of death, I don't deserve to be popular.
It's you! I love that about you! Oh my god, thank you!
I love that about you. I clamp my mouth shut the instant the words leave it. I don't know where that came from. Tara's expression makes it clear she doesn't either. Thanks? Yeah, no problem. We look away from each other. I do my best to focus on anything in the room that will hold my attention.
I love
Hey,
lesbians.
Can I say something? When I look back up at her, I can see that her entire face is bright red. As much as I love to joke, I'm 100% serious about you having something that they don't have. More than one thing, actually. What are you talking about? I mean, you're really brave. Like the bravest person I've ever met. And you're smart, too. A hell of a lot smarter than I am. She scrunches her face up in that cute way she always does when she's trying to figure out what to say next. Which means I've seen a lot of it. You're all of the things that I act like I am. You're smart, you're brave, you're strong, you're not afraid to fight back against bullshit. You're beautiful, you're capable.
Yo, why am I... Wait. Why am I now relating to Tara? Why is she...
Oh, yeah.
Tara's speaking directly to you now, love.
Yeah, you think so?
Keep going, keep reading.
You've been through a ton of bad shit all your life and you're still fighting, even against the things nobody else out there believes. I spend nearly every day of my life thinking about the strangest things in the world, and I still could never imagine someone like you really existing. If I hadn't watched her ramble for years, then I'm sure that by now she'd be incomprehensible. But I can hear every word, and I can feel my heart beating faster with each one.
It's me. Now we've swapped, alright.
And you're just really awesome and fun to be around, and being here with you is one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And I don't want this to end, and You're in love with me. I'm in love with you!
I'm in love with you, too.
Wait, did I just... And she... We both sit in stunned silence. I try to tell myself that I don't know where that came from. Another lie. I've known for a while, just like I know that I... Look, I'm really sorry. I know we agreed from the start that we wouldn't catch feelings. I swear, I never had this happen before. She's a mess. But she's a mess that I'm in love with.
We were supposed to hate each other.
I know. It's bullshit.
Fuck. No shit. What happened? I just realized I'm in love with you.
And then she cried, and I cried.
Yeah,
and she cried,
we
and I
watched so hard. We did both cry. You're so right.
Leela blushed so hard she got censored again. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I get if you're upset, and I'm sorry for bringing this up now while we're still got this other shit going on. And when this is over, and I can just leave, and and when this is over, I can just leave, and I won't make a big deal about any of it, and we can just go back to living our own separate lives.
Yes! I'm so happy.
Let's go!
It's so cute.
I
It's
grab her-
adorable.
I grab her cheeks and pull her face towards mine before she even realizes I moved. I bring our lips together hard and kiss her in a way I've never have before. I don't know how to describe it. I just know it's something new. We've kissed plenty of times, but this isn't like any of those. It isn't like any kiss I've ever had with anyone. It's healing. It's grounding.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how it felt?
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
Yeah, outside my car after the sushi at the back of the sushi restaurant. Yeah.
It
Mhm.
only takes a second before she kisses back hard. She grabs me again, and I can feel her hands moving along the length of my body.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's looking for handholds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I realize in the
agree,
back of my
Ellie.
mind that I realize that in the back of my mind that this is the first time we've had a kiss this deep without one of us putting their tongue in the other one's mouth. I'd laugh if I didn't have more important things to do with my mouth.
Did we do that? I remember the emotions. I feel like I might have pushed.
We do have to stop for breath eventually. All we do is blow out hot air into each other's face for a split second before coming back together. This is too good to let it in so soon. One of us is crying. It better not be me. We break to gasp for air. I love you too, obviously.
Mhm.
Tara plants smaller kisses
Obviously.
on my bottom lip as I speak. Yeah, I kind of figured.
Mm-hmm.
Saying it out loud feels incredible. It's like dropping weights I've been carrying for miles. I can feel everything Evelyn took from me coming back in force. I guess I really do have you after all. God, that is such a me sweet, dude.
The fucking shit-eating grin, yeah.
I'm such a stereotype.
Yeah.
With an air of finality, we break apart but remain close. Tara presses her forehead to mine and nuzzles my nose. I'm not going to let her hurt you. I promise. I know. We're gonna beat this thing, Morgan. We're gonna kick Evelyn's ass, and we're going to save my best friend. And when we leave this shitty village behind for good, I want you to come with us. Yeah, of course. I'm still not able to match her level of confidence. I love her. But that doesn't magically guarantee things will be okay. I'll keep trying to get there, though. So, what does this make us? What do you mean? Are we, like, dating, or... She rubs the back of her neck and smiles awkwardly. I mean, it's been a while since I've done something like this. And this isn't exactly a normal dating scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I know what she's trying to say. We don't know what's around the corner yet. I don't know. Not that it's anything against you, of course. I love you a lot. I don't doubt that for a second. But I don't know if I can put a name on that love right now. Not with everything else we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
And here I always thought fighting an ancient evil monster would be the perfect setting for asking someone out.
Oh, that's fair.
She doesn't sound mad. That's a good sign. Maybe, if everything turns out okay, we could give it a shot. Put a name on it, I mean.
Courting.
She cranes her neck up towards me and kisses my cheek. Yeah, courting.
Mhm.
Saving it for after you kick some ass, huh? I dig it. So what does that make us? For right now, I mean. Can we just be people who love each other?
Uh-huh.
Staying friends the way we are right now, but in love?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think I can do that. I do have one question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Mm,
Can we
mm-hmm.
can we kiss more often now? That works for me.
Mm-hmm.
I already know she's about to kiss me, but I beat her to it. My lips meet hers on the way up. Her squeak of surprise melts away as we hold each other.
I love it.
I'm still afraid. I'm still uncertain. But this helps.
Mm-hmm.
She helps. Thank you, Tara, for everything. Ah! I can finally go back to eat my chips now.
Alright, I'll put the sunflower seeds away. It's okay. It was a tough job, but somebody had to do it. It's been a weird morning. Usually, when I get up, Abigail's awake and ready to go. And usually, she has been for several hours. This morning, though, I awoke to find her dozing nearby, long past when she'd normally be up. She complained about having a headache, so we decided to take a walk through the forest to clear her head. So far, it seems to have had the opposite effect, though, and we've been walking in uncomfortable silence. Been maybe an hour or so when we first noticed the buzzing. At first, it was very faint, like the sound of the wind or the rushing trees. Then it started to get louder and louder. Fairies. It's the first word she's said in ages. She pulls me closer to her as the buzzing gets closer. Sure enough, the source of the noise soon comes into view. Dozens of fairies, maybe even as many as 100, flutter past overhead. They form a cloud rushing through the forest, nimbly weaving over and under the branches. When I first saw the fairies back in the clearing, their movements were graceful and delicate, but now they're frenetic and urgent. The swarm travels right toward us, though they don't seem to notice or care about us at all. Buzzing has grown to an almost ear-splitting level, and I realize it comes from their wings. Like bees, their tiny wings beat rapidly to keep them up. They're a blur against the fairies' snowy-looking bodies. Suddenly, several of the fairies split off from the rest and dive towards us. I fling up my hands to protect myself, but they come to a halt overhead. This is my first chance to get a good look at them. Bodies are smooth and pale blue, with a whitish tinge. Their eyes are beady and small, looking more like tiny flecks of obsidian than anything with sight. At first, it looks like they're wearing gowns, but then I realize that what looks like cute clothes are part of their body. Colorful plumage helps make each fairy distinct from one another. Rather than legs, their bodies taper off into a point, like little battle arenas. I would say like little ghosts. Like snowflakes, no two look the same. One of them turns a somersault, while the others hover anxiously. Go ahead.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Chris. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I just figured that they're so small that you would want to, voice them.
Queen. No.
Oh no.
We spit on the first queen. Is that you? Have you returned?
Their voices are all identical, squeaky and raspy, yet impressively loud despite their tiny size. It takes a second for me to realize that they're addressing me. I'm sorry, I'm not your queen. I'm just an ordinary human.
A human? Ordinary? Don't think so.
They crowd a little bit closer, their fingers grabbing the empty air, as if to pick me up and carry me away. I take a step backwards, with Abigail still holding tight to my arm. But fairies just creep in even closer. Their wings beat hummingbird fast, distractingly loud. I promise, I'm just a regular person. You're mistaken if you think I'm your queen.
Have you seen her? We've been looking.
We haven't seen her. we haven't seen anything like her. I have no idea what a fairy queen looks like, but I'm sure I haven't seen anything that fits the description. How long has she been missing?
It's hard to say. Did you know? Time is a human concept.
Their answers aren't helpful at all. They at least understood my question, which means they have some knowledge of time. Doesn't make a difference, though. The rest of their swarms moved on, buzzing fading once again, but they don't seem bothered. If we see her, I'll be sure to tell her you're looking for her.
Be needed. She surely knows. That's why she's our queen.
Fairy's peculiar way of speaking, in turn, is almost comical. Since they haven't left us alone yet, I assume that they're still expecting or hoping for something. I'm a little afraid to find out what. Do the three of you have names?
We don't. We have no need. Names are for humans, too.
They all nod in unison. Given how everything else about them seems to be insect-like, I just assume that they have a hive mind of sorts. It would fit with everything else I know about the forest. I'm getting a bit tired of all the different networks and connections. It's silly, but it feels a little like not knowing the password to a friend's Wi-Fi. To help keep them straight in my mind, I give each of them a name. The one with the purple hair flower is Hay, Anon has the blonde hair, and the last one is Frio. Beside me, Abigail tugs at my sleeve surreptitiously. She's angled away from the conversation, trying to lead me out of it. I turn back to the fairies, putting on my best customer service voice. Do I have one of those? Have you heard me have a customer service voice? No. No? Oh, okay.
You always just talk to your to the people that you run into on your at work. It's just like casual, like you normally do with everyone. So.
Oh. That's cool, I guess. This is the flirty voice. Yeah, that does sound like me. I was trying to go to the customer service voice. We have to go now. It was nice meeting you. I hope you're able to find your queen soon. I don't want to turn my back on them, so I wait for them to say their farewells and leave. But instead, they come in even closer, causing Abigail to gasp.
No. But if you stayed, you could be our queen. You would do. We can make it so. It would be easy.
Alarm bells ringing in my head. I start to step backwards, with Abigail keeping right on me.
There isn't anyone else. Not everyone is suitable. But you are. Let us show you what it'd be like. We can give you a taste. Would that be alright?
I would already be sold. Their buzzing and flittering slows, as three pairs of eyes stare at us. Abigail squeezes my arm. I move my mouth to say no, but the way their gaze pierces me into me, roots me to the spot. Like tiny dancers adorned with glitter, their skin shimmers in the low light filtering through the clouds. Medicine? Come on, let's go. But I can't. Or rather, I don't want to. Not yet. What if they know something useful, Abigail?
We know lots of things. Secret things, clever things. We can know you too.
They're pests. Their buzzing is a little too loud, and their voice is a little too shrill. I did lower your volume immediately when you started using the voice. But...
You don't belong here. We can tell. But wouldn't you like to belong?
yes. Yes, I'm sold. They creep a little bit closer in a synchronized motion. They're close enough now that I could reach out and grab one if I wanted to, or slap them away. I don't, though. A place to belong. They really offer that? What exactly do you mean? I can feel Abigail's grip tightening around my coat, but she doesn't say anything. Sensing an opening, the fairies circle dizzyingly around our heads.
Yeah. But it doesn't accept you either. We could change that, though. Whatever it is you want. Whatever you're searching for, if you help us. Wouldn't you like that?
With a jolt, I turn to face Abigail. I'm sure she knows what I'm thinking. Whatever I want. There's only one thing. Freedom. Abigail stares back at me for a moment and then presses herself against me. Looking up at the fairies, I nod. Okay, just a taste. Excited, they dive downwards until they're level with my face. Abigail cringes but doesn't let go. One of the fairies close in, placing their hands on my face like they're checking my temperature. Their hands are frigid, painfully so. It's amplified by the fact that I haven't felt cold in days. My hands jerk upward out of instinct, ready to pry them away, but I don't. Then, one of the fairies moves their hands to cover my lips. One covers my ears, and the other covers my eyes. For a split second, I feel like I'm falling through the air. Then it all hits me. All I see is black. I'm alone. And yet, hundreds of presences flood my consciousness all at once. I can tell they're the fairies, but I don't know how I can tell. I'm bombarded by their awareness like tiny darts, not using words or thoughts or intentions, but just feelings. They're somehow distant, as if behind a wall, but so present. I try to find the semi-familiar presence, Hey, Frio, and Anon, but they're indistinguishable from the rest. There's no individuality, no sense of identity at all. There's just the fairies as a whole. But I can feel what they're feeling. Panic and anger and hurt all churned together. But the feeling of being lost, of not knowing where to go or what to do, but not being able to sit still. Though I can't tie it to any particular memory or event, the feeling hits me so strongly, so undiluted, that I think I might cry. I can feel that they've been scared by something, but I don't know what that something is. Then at last I feel a nudge within my mind, a sensation of being noticed. Presence takes me in, welcoming me. It occurs to me that I no longer exist. I try to ask what's going on, but I don't need to. The moment the question forms, the presence within me starts to answer. Images play in my head, ones I've never seen before. They're grainy like an old film. If I try to focus on a particular detail, the whole thing becomes muddy. I can see flames burning away at the forest. Fire is so real I can almost feel its warmth. But when I start to focus in on it, that too vanishes. The presence of the fairies weighs on my mind, an uninvited audience to the next part. I can see a fairy stumbling alone, but something's wrong with it. I realize instantly I can't feel its presence. Where it should be, there's just a gaping hole, so vast and profound that it hurts by sheer exclusion. It's agonizing. I want to tear my heart out of my chest so I don't have to feel it anymore. The presence of the fairies, the whole nest, tries to reach after it and to fill the hole, but it won't allow itself to be touched. The moonlight overhead, which I crave, falls on the lone fairy who hastens to escape. The lone fairy flees, and the rest of them, the rest of us, mourn. One word pulses through my head, both condemnation and a reassurance. One word, though I don't know what it means. Moonsick, 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 moonsick. The vision twists, and I can see a woman, but she isn't a woman. She's also a fairy, but not just. I'm so happy and relieved to see her that I just know she's the fairy queen. I can feel how much she misses the lone fairy. I know because I miss her too, desperately. I can see her searching, her hope never fading until one day, she's gone. The loss is even greater this time. A sick mixture of guilt and shame plagues me, because I don't know where she is. I don't even know how long she's been missing. How could I have not noticed? The loneliness is so great that I just want to do anything to erase it. Another silhouette flickers, just out of sight, but I can't keep track of it. We all have to watch it together, and then I realize, it's me. But just like the fairy queen I saw before, it's also not me. Visions of time pass, months, years, centuries, and throughout them, all the loneliness is gone. It all feels right. I could fix this. Fairies remove their hands from me, and I burst back into the real world with a mighty gasp for air. Madison, are you all right? The fairies start back up, away from the furious glare that Abigail gives them. All I can feel now is her hand clutching me, and I pull my arm on her shoulder for support. head spins, and for a second I think I might fall over. Dizziness spell passes soon. Once I'm confident I'm not going to collapse, I nod. I'm fine. How long was I out? Abigail's face flickers into a look of confusion. She presses her hand to my forehead. Out? I didn't think they even begun. What? I watched the fairy struggle to comprehend how so much could have happened in an instant like that. There's no way.
We told you, didn't we? We aren't bound by time. Join us, and you won't be either. Now that you've seen, and now that you've felt, will you join us?
Eyes wide, Abigail looks up at me. She doesn't have to say anything for me to know she's begging me to decline. I wish she could have felt how warm it was. How nice it was to belong like that. Yet, at the same time, it feels like a distant dream now, something detached and fading. I try to remember the sensation, but I can't. Water slipping through my fingers. It seems so real, but it wasn't. It was only a second. I can't sign my life away to the fairies for 1 second of visions. No matter how right it felt. No matter how comfortable. I'm sure that I was just seeing what they wanted me to see. I smile at Abigail and then shake my head, rejecting the fairies. I'm sorry, but I can't. Thank you for showing me what it would be like, though.
Thank you. We need our queen, soon. You could be our only hope.
I know you do, but I'm sorry, that just can't be me.
We hope you change your mind. We'll be waiting for you. We'll be waiting for our queen.
I would have given in so easily. With that said, they turn tail and dart off in the same direction that their swarm had gone. Soon, all trace of them is gone, like they'd never even been there. Madison, are you sure you're alright? Yeah, I'm sure. It was just a lot. Was that really that fast? Yes, they touched your face, and then a moment later you gasped. That's insane. It felt like a long time, like years had passed. Abigail looks troubled, staring off into the forest where the fairies disappeared. Fairy magic is strange and beyond me. They're similar to the forest spirit, and yet different, but in a way you can't put into words. That's right. You certainly did see a lot, didn't you? Yeah, I guess so. Have you ever met their queen, or seen what she looks like? Just once, long ago. She and the forest spirit are both guardians of the forest. Did you see her in your vision? I think back to what I saw as best as I can remember. The image shifts and shakes in my head, not wanting to be called to mind. More than what she looked like, I just remember how I felt. So happy and relieved to see her. I did, but I didn't get a clear look at her. I knew who she was, but I didn't know if I'd recognize her if I passed her on the street. Do you think you could mistake me for her like they did? Absolutely not. You're much prettier than she is. Abigail says it very matter-of-factly, as if she didn't just give me an enormous compliment. I love them. They're so cute. And she carries on like it too. Be still my beating heart. I love them. I love them so much. They are both me. Any comments over there?
Chip's good.
Yeah, chips are good. No comments on the two adorable, cute lesbians.
Like, I already had my lesbian moment earlier. This is yours. You enjoy it.
I want to enjoy it with you, though. And I want your opinion.
I mean, if you want to enjoy it with me, just wait. I'll be there soon.
He's still my beating heart. But to the fairies, I expect it's hard for them to tell the difference between humans. So maybe you look like her to them. Wonder how long the queen's been gone. Seems like they've been coping just fine without her until something happened to scare them. Something like what? Something hot and bright, something burning, something that hurt to think about. I don't know. I think it had to do with fire, maybe? So much of what I saw felt real, but most of it wasn't. Fire? Worry creases her face. What's wrong? Did you remember something? No, it was just a thought. Rather than elaborate, she fidgets with her hand. I don't push the subject. Maybe that's enough fresh air for today. You can head back to the church. All right. I'm pretty sure I detect a hint of relief in her voice. For the first time, I lead the way home. At least I hope it's the way. I'm reasonably confident. At my side, Abigail remains quiet and lost in her thoughts. With one hand, she clings limply to my sleeve, trusting my navigation. Adorable. I don't disturb her, instead concentrating on remembering the path. It's to challenge myself. I'm sure that if necessary, Abigail would be able to lead us home from anywhere. Still, I'm beginning to fear that I've led us astray when the grim walls of the church start to come into view. A mixture of relief and pride flows through me. Also a little bittersweet. I've come to think of the church as home, even though I've never felt that way about the cabin. Despite the fact that the concept of home is just a formality now. Surrounding ourselves with walls and a roof doesn't change a whole lot. Clouds are beginning to settle overhead, muting the daylight, making everything murky. Feels fitting for the mood. Abigail speeds up a bit as we reach the doors, and she's the first one inside. She sits down on one of the benches, fatigued. Mind if I join you? I gesture at the open spot beside her. Please do. Adorable! Oh my god, remember when we saw this, but she was just miming it? Look, now it gets to be a reality, just like when we were... Headache still? She nods. I'm afraid so. Our encounter there sure didn't help. I'm sure. It gave me a headache of sorts too. More of a notion that I can't get out of my head. Barry's outstanding offer sits with me. As hard as I try, I can't fully push the idea away. If there isn't any other way out of this, then maybe being a fairy queen would be preferable to just being a normal guest. As long as I can still have Abigail with me. That's the last resort, though. Because for as long as I can, I have to hold out hope that things can just go back to normal. That Tara and I can leave Eisenfeld the same way we arrived. And that we can take Abigail with us. Like, fuck Morgan, who cares about that bitch? But, like, Abigail? Yes!
Yeah, Morgan, fuck her. She tried to steal my bestie away. Fuck that bitch.
Abigail, however, adorable, cute ghost. She just wants to see the world, okay? She's been here her whole life and her whole afterlife. Let Morgan have a few more 100 years here, and then we can take her. Abigail's earned it. Wait a minute, why don't we just take them both? I'm sorry, am I bothering you like this? Not at all. I wonder if she's close enough to hear my heart beating. Does she have a heartbeat? Maybe it can't always be like this, but just for now it's alright. Although it's been a couple days since we've met the fairies and they've made their offer, I haven't been able to get it out of my head. The visions themselves are just slush by now, with the memories of them having eroded into non-existence, but the feelings remain. The feelings of belonging and of freedom. Ah! Yeah, I get that. I get that, girl. There's something else I can't get out of my head, though. She's sitting right beside me. Madison, here they come. Fair enough. Mother deer and her fawn come traipsing out of the bushes, no doubt on their way to get a drink. Starlight and the waxing moon make them look like ghosts at first, barely visible in the dusk. Upon entering the clearing, they see us and both freeze. Abigail smiles encouragingly, reaching out a hand towards them. After a moment's hesitation, the fawn takes one tentative step towards us, then another and another. This one's name is Alma. Hello, Alma. I greet her the same way I would greet my friend's dog or cat. Deciding we're not a threat, the mother deer goes to the pond, while the baby one creeps even closer. Abigail never moves towards it, never pushing too far. Then it nuzzles her hand, leaning into the soft scratching motion of her fingers. Is this the deer that was watching you sing the other day? Most likely. Elma's a little bit shy, and sometimes prefers to keep her space. You know this deer pretty well, huh? Of course. We're very good friends. To demonstrate, she strokes Elma's tawny neck. She doesn't even have to sit up to do so. The fawn's face is just about level with her shoulders from where we're sitting on the ground. Elma closes her eyes, clearly enjoying the attention. Me? Would you like to pet her? I'm certain she'd let you. Sure. I lean forward, my hand outstretched like Abigail's was. But the second I move, Elma's eyes go wide and she bounds away into the darkness. Her mother watches, alarmed, from the shoreline. Guess not. Elma! Did you, like... Your scroll?
By accident.
Okay. Elma, come back. I promise Madison won't hurt you. She's just as sweet as you are. This is literally going to be Shelby when you're here. My mother's going to have to be here. And she's going to have to be like, Shelby, come here, sit down. She's not going to hurt you.
But what if Shelby just instantly loves me?
Okay, great. Good luck. You would be the first. I'm glad for the darkness, and that she can't see me blush. While she's not looking, I scoot a little bit closer to Abigail. Just a bit. The hanging fairy baubles help to illuminate the young deer, who watches from a safe distance. None of the fairies themselves seem to be around, though. It takes a bit, with Abigail and I both sitting silently, but the fawn chooses to come back after all. Her steps are still reluctant and ready to dart away at any second. She lets Abigail pet her, but watches me warily while it happens. I don't mind. I'm content to just watch and enjoy seeing how happy it makes them both. How long have you known Elma? Must have been a while for her to trust you like this. Ah, yes. I've known her for her whole life, and I've known her mother since she was small, too. Abigail waves at the mother deer by the pond, who's returned to sating her thirst. It's amazing. I can only imagine the patience, time, and dedication it must have taken to earn the trust of the woodland creatures. Still, all things considered, I'm not surprised that they'd make an exception for someone like Abigail. She exudes comfort. I'm not sure how else to describe it. That's what I want to be! I've certainly never felt anything like it before. Maybe being close to her is just as comforting for the deer as it is for me. That's what I want. I want to be a comforting presence. I just said that, like, yesterday or the other day. Do you have any other animal friends that I'll get to meet? Oh, certainly. If you'd like, I'm sure Mr. Bear, Dacoba, is asleep for the season, but perhaps once he wakes up. There are also a pack of wolves around, but for Alma's sake, that would be best left to another time. Where's Hypno? Probably at work. The deer nuzzles her hand in agreement, and Abigail coos contentedly at it. None are quite so... Coo, coo,
Sorry, go ahead.
coo. None are quite so friendly as Elma and the rest of the deer, though. When I was a child, I wanted to have a deer for a pet. I thought that perhaps I could learn to ride one like a horse. My sister and I would look for footprints in the snow and track them for as long as we could. Ow! She looks up at me, smiling despite the melancholy tone in her... She looks up at me, smiling despite the melancholic tone her voice has taken on. We never got very far, of course. Hardly a few feet into the forest. But to children like us, it was quite an adventure. You must miss her a lot. Abigail hardly mentions her family. I imagine that, despite how long it's been, their memories must still be painful. She smiles thinly. In a sense. The deer is still luxuriating under her caress. Her hand moves rhythmically and gently, alternating between petting and scratching Alma's neck. She relaxes a little, resting against my side, but continuing to pet the deer. Cute. It's adorable. More than anything, I think I miss the days of wonder and awe. Back when the forest and all of its creatures were still a mystery. Sometimes I wish it could be like that again. That it could be unknown. You wish that you hadn't met them? No, not at all. At least, not given the circumstances. I'm quite grateful for the companionship they've given me. For so many years, they've been one of the few sources of company that I've had. But while my love for them has never diminished, I've come to the conclusion that it's grown to the most it can grow as well. That's simply what the world has become for me. A small world of knowns and nothing more. She looks away from the deer and back at me. A few tears spot her face, but she doesn't look sad. In fact, she's beaming. And then I met you, Madison. Moonlight frames at her face. The lovely night sky, the fairy tale friendly deer, the ethereal woman, an image straight out of a painting. You were my first unknown in countless years. The first soul I could speak with that I didn't yet understand. And what a wonderful unknown you turned out to be. I'm frozen again. Never had anyone say anything that sweet to me. How am I supposed to respond to something like that? I try to calm my heart as it hammers in my chest. Looking at her soft expression only serves to accelerate its rhythm.
Is that how you felt?
Thank you. That's really, really sweet. Probably. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I mean, you know.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Ah,
I think you're
you
wonderful
it
too.
is, my little fox.
What? Wait, what? What did the fox?
Hmm?
A little fox. Huh?
I asked if that's how you felt about me.
Yeah. Did you ask again?
No, I was just...
Hmm?
I said, what is it, little fox?
What
That's what I
is it, little fox? Thank you. Her free hand darts out to grab mine before I have a chance to react as her eyes widen even more, nearly startling the deer away. You really mean that, Madison? I really do. You're an incredible person. I can't imagine having to go through what you've been through without losing any sort of capacity for joy, but here you are, still so full of energy and positivity. Is that how you feel about me?
Yes.
I hope that...
I'm gonna reply in the same kind as you do from here on in. Like, yeah, yeah, sure, whatever.
I hope that I can maintain that sort of optimism. Look how cute they are. Abigail, let's go with the deer and flings her arms around me in a tight hug. Pretty awkward position because of how we're sitting together, but I don't mind. I hug her back as best as I can. My only anchor in the storm of chaos that my life has become. She's so dramatic and I love it. Indignant, Alma slicks her ears back and darts off towards the trees again. It's just like Bucky and Yuki.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not getting pets anymore. Fuck you.
Yep.
Not letting me go, Abigail cranes her neck to watch, this time not calling the deer back. Alma's mother bounds over to join her daughter, and they both go careening off. I lean my head down to rest against Abigail's in what's become a familiar position. When did we get so comfortable with each other? Being like this just feels natural. Didn't we literally say that to each other?
Yep. Yep.
She parts from me after a moment, sitting up straight again. She tilts her head up to look at the stars, and I gaze with her. The night is mostly clear, except for a few wispy clouds. All is still and quiet and calm. Even the pains of the forest don't seem to reach us here. I wouldn't call myself an optimist, nor would I. I blink, surprised by her sudden words. I don't, nor have I ever really had much hope. Mood. There are small comforts and delights, but those aren't the same thing as hope.
True.
Hope is fleeting. I can remember names and faces, and even dreams and aspirations that I once had. But do you know what the most curious part of it is? She glances at me, and I notice tears in her eyes. Without thinking, I reach up and brush them away. No reaction. My heart pounds in my chest, nervous about something I can't identify, or that maybe I am unwilling to accept. Afraid to be wrong about. What is it? I can't remember how it felt for those dreams to be within reach. Even with my meager, lonely existence, there was still a chance. As unlikely as it would have been, there was always the possibility that someday something would change. Something might happen. That is, yep, yep, that is a feeling I know very well. There was a light, so to speak, to look forward to. And the day that I died, that light went out. More tears, replacing the ones that I wiped away. Sparkle in her eyes. I moved to repeat the motion from before, but this time she stops my hands, holding them in her own between us. I never gave thought to what this unlife might be keeping me from. Not from the life I left behind, but whatever it is I would have been met with had I lived to the end of my days. For a long time I considered myself lucky, that I was free from hurt and pain and worry and loss. Even if they were predictable and boring, my years here in the forest haven't been unpleasant. But I've never been an optimist. I've never been optimistic. I've never had anything to look forward to. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine meeting someone as perfect as you. Never did I imagine I would be happy again. I understand. I know what she's saying, and more importantly, what she means. A shiver runs down my spine. But Madison, I don't deserve this happiness. Not at the cost of your own. I keep thinking how if I'd been a bit faster, or more decisive, perhaps I could have saved you that day in the snow. And that even if not, I don't know what the future I've stolen from you. I don't know what awaits those of us who pass on. All I know is this on life, and its permanence, and the way that you deserved better. She's crying now fully. Her chest heaves into a sob, and I pull her closer to me in as tight a hug as I can manage. Kindly and delicately as I can, as gently as she always treats me, I hold her and sway gently, much as our position will allow. I can tell just from the way she cries that she's been holding this in for a long, long time. Let her let it all out. It must have hurt so bad to be feeling this way. I speak in a whisper. It's not your fault at all. Don't ever blame yourself for any of this. No, I don't. Ever since we met that day in the forest, hearing all you've done, ever since we met that day in the forest clearing, all you've done is made things better for me. I don't know if I ever told you this, but during those first days after we met, seeing you again was all that I would look forward to. Go to bed thinking about you and wake up the next morning thinking about you. As for everything else, to be honest, I don't know how I feel about a lot of it. So much of it is just hard to process. I thought that it would get easier with time, but it hasn't. But there is one thing I know. One thing that I'm absolutely sure of. I squeeze her hands, and I see her startled just a bit. No matter what I'm missing out on, I'm sure I'd rather be here with you. I mean it. Every word of it. I've never really put too much thought into an afterlife or anything like that, but any time spent here with Abigail is time well spent. If that means eternity, well, so be it.
Ode.
Beside me, Abigail gazes into my eyes wondrously. Her lips move as she searches for the words she wants to say. Madison, you're so fun. She shifts so that the starlight caresses her face. Perfect and yet not nearly as luminous as she is. May I kiss you? For once in my life, I don't overthink it. Yes! Her eyelids flutter and close. Her breath trembles, then steadies. I empty my head of any other thoughts. And I press my lips to hers. It's so cute, baby! Look! They're so cute! Abigail is so adorable, asking for consent, and Madison is being like, yes, go ahead. So adorable. I love it. So soft and so warm. As delicate as the fresh fallen snow. As sweet as cotton candy. Her form shivers against me, and I place my arm around her for support and for comfort, mutually. I can feel her getting more confident and more relaxed. 200 years of loneliness are melted away one by one, and we're left as just two souls, sharing a first kiss under the night sky. That's so cute! That's so cute! It's so cute. Maddie's so romantic, but only internally. Oh, they're so adorable. I love them. I'm so happy. It feels so right that after we've both been through so much sadness and loss that we're now able to share this moment of joy. Not just share it, but be able to offer it to each other. It's our light at the end of the tunnel. When we finally part, my lips still feel electrified. He regards me with a coy expression, but a happy one. That was even more wonderful than the many times I had imagined it. Me.
Yeah? 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 With me? Yeah? With me? Tell me about it. Tell me how you felt.
No.
Yes. Come ahead.
I love you.
I love you too.
Mm-hmm.
But no, tell me what went through your mind? What
Huh? I hope it was worth the wait. I'd wait another 200 years if it was the only way I'd get to kiss you again. I promise you won't have to. To prove it, I lean forward and give her another quick peck on the lips. Mwah! Abigail leans against my side yet again. We've done this several times before, but it's never felt like this. Never felt this right. Everything feels a little bit brighter now. Our next day passes blissfully. We wander the forest, seeing all our favorite spots. The comforts of our new relationship makes the time we spend together even more joyful. Everything is prettier when I'm seeing it with Abigail beside me. Of course, it has become our tradition. As has become our tradition, we end up back at the mystical fairy grove. We settle into our favorite spots by the shore with the perfect view of the pond. Much as I love films, I've never been a big fan of romantic scenes. They always feel so forced. The soaring music, the obvious atmosphere, the cheesy dialogue, so divorced from real life that I can't take them seriously. Here I am, watching the sunlight reflect off shimmering water of the lake. The woman I love leans against me. And I think that maybe those scenes weren't so unrealistic after all. Madison? What is it, sweetheart? Sweetheart? I don't use that name. That's not like me at all. But with her, I feel like it fits. I know that I've said this before, but I will probably say it many times in the future. But today and yesterday have been some of the happiest days of my life. Mine too. And it's okay. I'll never get tired of hearing you say that. She smiles at me, as soft as ever, but hidden in her expression. And in her tone of voice, I can detect a tinge of sadness. I touch her face, running my thumb across her cheek. She closes her eyes and leans into the motion. Are you feeling okay? Of course! Why wouldn't I be? I don't know, you just look a little bit sad. Maybe it was just my imagination? I half expect her to deny it, but instead she nods. You do know how to read me, don't you? I do. What's wrong? You can tell me anything, I promise. Only if you want to talk about it, of course. Literally me. Me. What's wrong? You can tell me anything, I promise. Well, wait. Only if you're comfortable with that. She pushes closer to me in response, resting her head against my chest. This day is so lovely. I don't want to say anything that could spoil it. You don't have to worry about that, Abigail. I love you. That means I want to be here for you no matter what. We're going to have plenty of wonderful evenings, I promise. And being open with each other is the best way to make sure they stay wonderful. I agree!
Yo.
Honesty, openness, truth. Don't hide things from your partner. This is unlike me, too. Usually on the first day of a relationship, I'm still a bumbling bag of nerves. Couldn't be me. What if I say the wrong thing? That's me! Just always. What if I move too fast? That's me! Or too slow? Couldn't be me. But it's difficult with Abigail. That fear isn't there. I can't quite explain why. I just feel like I don't have to worry with her. I was thinking about other happy days that I've had. How long it's been since then, and how the memories have since soured. How much have I told you about my sister? Not much. You mentioned that the two of you were close, and that you spent a lot of times in the woods together. But that's it. We weren't just close. Helena and I were inseparable. Whenever anything went wrong, she would always be there to protect me. She swore that would never change. But fate had other plans for the two of us. Trails off. Every other time she's mentioned her sister, it's only in passing. The story last night about tracking deer is the only solid detail I have about her. At first, I expect her to stay quiet, like before, but instead she keeps talking. For as long as it existed, Eisenfeld has had a curse, you could call it. A terrible monster who would destroy the village if given the chance. To appease its terrible rage, we would offer a sacrifice to it. Every generation, a new offering would be chosen, but it didn't just want flesh. The head priest would take the sacrifice into the forest to be offered to the horrible spirit. The sacrifice's soul and the head priest's body would both be consumed. Then, the new head priest would emerge, having taken the form of the poor sacrificed victim. It was a painful reminder of those we have lost. Oh. Is Abigail gonna be an actual, like, relative of Morgan, maybe?
Probably. I mean, they do both have green eyes.
Oh. Pink hair. When I found that it would be a member of my family who was to be taken and given over, I wasn't shocked. If there was only one thing that I cared about. There was only one thing that I cared about. That it wouldn't be my beloved Helena who was harmed. Her voice wavers before she falls silent. Before I can tell her that she's said enough, she speaks again. Each word shakes as it leaves her mouth. I couldn't forget the joyous days of our childhood. I couldn't let such a kind soul suffer such a horrible fate. So when the time came, I offered myself. I volunteered to die so that Helena could live. And in that very moment, where our faces were sealed, I looked at them, at Helena, and do you know what I saw? Captivated by her tragic story, I can't even answer. I don't move my head or my lips. Relief. Not once did she try to stop me or change my mind. Not that I would have let her, but I don't think she even thanked me. My parents cried, of course. They didn't argue either. Neither of them stepped forward to take my place. No one did. While I'm sure my sacrifice was appreciated, I was quickly discarded, without even a token, effort, or gesture of appreciation. My sister, who had sworn to always protect me, had no difficulty accepting the fact that I would die for her. What? She just gave you away, just like that? If death looms over you for long enough, it corrupts everything, even love. It didn't corrupt you. Perhaps, though I believe that that's why I'm still here today. What do you mean? The first step of the ritual involved separating the sacrifice's body from its soul. From what she told me, as she did, those poor victims usually try to resist, begging for someone else to be taken, and when their souls are ripped away, they're too damaged to carry on. But I didn't resist. I went peacefully, and so the gentle forest spirit, who I'd been raised to believe was some kind of demon, eventually came and took me away. And I've been here ever since. Her words carry a sense of finality. Not knowing what else to do, and still stunned by her story, I simply lean closer to her and pull her into an embrace. There aren't any words that could be enough. Physical comfort is all I can offer. My surprise, though, when she finally pulls away from me, she looks happier than before. Just like I did earlier, she touches my cheek gently and then leans in for a kiss. Thank you for listening. I've told the one person who matters, and now I think I can heal. I know, sweetheart. I love you more than anything. I love you too, more than anything.
I love you so much.
Wait.
Here it comes.
I don't think it's there. Wait. There it is. Woof, woof. Good girl. A fish! Oh no! Oh no, fish! Chat! Good chat! Who's a good chat? Good chat! Good chat! Good girl! Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?
I think good girl.
Oh, that's where that's from! What? That's where what's from? The noise or the clicker itself? Because it's not mine. I'm pretty sure that one's Christie's. Like, yeah. Like. Alright, where's what I was actually trying to figure out? Where is it? Where is it?
I don't know.
I don't have it in favorites. I don't think I have it in
I've got-
favorites.
You do.
I love
You do.
you so much. I do have it favorite. I might.
On the last one. Yeah.
Or what? Oh, there it is. I forgot you can see my screen. Click. Yeah, good chat. This is a good chat. Wait, I have it on my. That one I don't have to pull that up for. This is a good chat. Alright. She sighs contentedly and leans against my shoulder. She takes my hand, intertwines her fingers with mine. We sit there for a long time. We don't say anything. We don't even move. All we do is watch the sky and feel each other's heartbeats. I wake up with a headache, and I know something's wrong. I'm alone. Abigail must have disentangled herself from my arms at some point, leaving me on my own. I get up and pace around the church, not seeing her. After a bit, I find her outside its doors. Good morning. Good morning, my love. Her lips smile, but her eyes don't. The look I'm pretty familiar with by now. I slip an arm around her as I take a spot by her side. Sleep okay? Well enough. I'm sure all of my nights will be better now that they're spent beside you. She's so cute! I can't help it. I kiss her on the cheek, and true joy brightens her face. How about you? Pretty good. I woke up like... bad feeling, though. A bad feeling? About what? I'm not sure. Head kind of hurts, so maybe that's it. Actually, now that I think about it, this is the first actual pain I've felt since turning. Not the worst headache I've ever had. Not by far, but it's enough to be annoying. Feels the same as being dehydrated or having a slight cold.
Mood.
I feel a slight headache. Haven't been drinking that much water today. I didn't work, so I didn't drink as much water. Aw, poor dear. She stands on her tiptoes to kiss my forehead.
I think at this point, since I'm just a blob of pixels, I'm just gonna turn my camera up.
But,
And then you
But-
can just hide that.
but,
Don't butt me.
but you're not here.
I mean, you can put a picture of me up.
I know, I'm doing it now. No, I need my mountains.
Babe. Babe. Hey, look at me. Look how adorable I am.
You blink really fast.
I do,
Very
don't I?
frequently. You blink a lot. You should get that checked out. There's something wrong with your eyes. I already knew there was something wrong with your ears. I felt
It's
the
my right
same,
one.
actually. I had hoped that stepping outside might help. It seems not. She rubs her temples, and I noticed just how ragged her eyes look. How long have you been out here? A while. Perhaps an hour or so. I was afraid to wake you. Nah, I'd slept right through it. It's not just a coincidence that we both feel sick, is it? Abigail purses her lips. Her brief silence is enough confirmation. No, I doubt it is. It must be something to do with the forest. The trees before us sway in the breeze. To me, they look the same as ever. No traces of lingering sickness or pain. We felt bad the other day, too. When we first met the fairies. Was it the same thing then? Most likely. Changes in the air. Something's happening, and it isn't good. I think of the fairies, fleeing some unseen terror. Is it Evelyn? I half expect her to shake her head. I want her to say no, but she nods. I think so, but I don't know what she's done or why. This can't all be coincidence. I nod, my thoughts turning to Tara and Morgan. I wish they would just get out of here. Leave me to my fate and escape. Let Evelyn do whatever it is she's doing while they're across the ocean safe. I know that won't happen, though. Tara's not the type to back down from a fight. Except this time, I know she's hugely outmatched, even with Morgan's help. What about the forest spirit? You said it's a guardian of the woods, right? Why doesn't it stop her? I'm sure it's doing what it can, but it's just as intimately connected to the forest as the fairies are. Far more than you or I. So as the forest itself weakens, so does it. Worry creases her brow. Is there any way we can help? Not that I know of. You can tell that she's not really happy with that answer. Maybe we can think of something together. There has to be something we could do. Yes, perhaps. She looks up at me adoringly. Cute! I feel like I can accomplish anything with you by my side. You over there
Yeah, is
mimicking
that what
me.
you feel?
What?
Is that how you feel?
Is what how I feel.
What she just said.
That I can accomplish anything with you by my side?
Yeah.
Her loving words are nearly enough to counteract the worry that I feel. We've already beaten death. There's no way Evelyn can stop us. At least not a second time. First, we just have to figure out how. Abigail slips her hand into mine where it fits comfortably. Perhaps you'll make an optimist out of me yet, Madison. Shall we go for our walk? Absolutely. I'm glad that our changing relationship hasn't changed our routine. The walks around the forest keep me grounded. They're enjoyable, but also a solemn reminder of how trapped we are here. My dream of finding a way out hasn't disappeared or diminished at all. It's just evolved to include Abigail too. No way I'm leaving these woods without her. We chat idly as we stroll, enjoying a newfound comfort and intimacy that comes with being lovers, rather than just friends. The pain in my head is still there, and I'm sure Abigail still suffers hers as well. But it's easy enough to ignore in lieu of the pleasure that simply being together brings. Mm-hmm. We reached the edge.
Yeah.
Us when we were both fucking sick.
Uh-huh.
Where we always seem to end up. Abigail's glued to my side. I wouldn't have it any other way. We're probably a bit early to meet Elma, although they sometimes come by at this time. This grove is one of the easiest places for the animals to come drink during winter, so it attracts all kinds of wildlife. Yeah, I've noticed all kinds of tracks in the snow leading around here. She nods, pleased. But then we enter the grove itself, and my blood runs cold. Just ahead, lying prone on the frozen ground, is a fawn that I just know as Alma. Clearly dying, if not already dead. With a shriek, Abigail drops my hand. No! I can feel her anguish cut through me like a knife, visceral and burning. Dashing over, hands outstretched, falls to her knees and presses a tender hand against its snout. A small motion confirms that it's alive, if just barely. He leans into her, either in fear or in recognition. That's wild. No, what's happening to you? I move closer as well, though not so close as to crowd them. And what I witness makes my stomach churn. Gaping wounds perforate the poor thing's body, staining the ground red with blood. They look like knife wounds or bite marks, but there's no visible damage or puncture. It's more like its body simply opened up. Abigail flails her hands, clearly wanting to help, but afraid to touch it and cause it more pain. She turns to me, teary-eyed. Madison, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to start. I kneel down beside Abigail. The lacerations covering Elma's body are clean and even, but varying in size. Some are minute, so small to be nearly invisible. The largest is a gash that runs the length of her torso. How does this even happen? Through choking sobs, Abigail managed to answer. Magic. These are not normal injuries. It's the forest. The forest is sicker than I thought. And all of its children are hurting for it too. So we get headaches while Alma gets this. Shudder. Is it random? Could it have just as easily been one of us lying here bleeding out? Maybe our ghostliness is more of a blessing than I thought in this case. Though without it, we wouldn't be affected by the forest's illness at all. Leaning over, I gently stroke the deer's head. Its breathing is restless and agonized, but it seems to register my presence. My thumb brushes against a wound that I didn't notice, and I jerk my hand back while Alma groans in pain. I'm sorry! The deer's blood is viscous, unnaturally so, and slick like motor oil. It sticks to my fingers, stretching and webbing. It's neither warm nor cold. It's unnervingly neutral. I try to rub it off in the snow, but my fingers pass through the ice and dirt, of course. My hand trembles with the disgusting feeling that I'll never be clean again. Abigail is still beside herself, wringing her hands impotently. There's nothing that either of us can do. Sit there and wait as Alma passes away in agony. But then, tremor reverberates through the clearing. Ground shakes and snow is rattled from the branches. Fairy baubles dance up and down. Abigail and I both face the forest in the direction of the sound, already knowing what's coming. The forest spirit strides into view, as tall as the trees, but no taller. It brushes past the trees with no notice of the branches and snow that it disturbs. As it draws into the clearing, it acknowledges us with a level gaze. It's been a while since Abigail and I've been by to see it. The deer looks up at the forest spirit with pained recognition. Eyes wide and breathing shallow and pathetic relief. Abigail looks up at it too, tearfully clearly glad to see it. The spirit looms closer, its great presence alone seeming to revitalize the air around us. My headache vanishes in an instant. The spirit stretches out one immense finger, drawing from head to tail across the deer's mangled body. Two lock eyes, and as the spirit retracts its hand, it curls the finger inward, pulling Alma to it. In one motion, the deer's eyes roll backwards as life exits its body. At the same time, its spectral form, ephemeral and imperfect, rises from its corpse. Boundless as in life, it gives us one last glance, and then springs across the fallen slope before vanishing into thin air, on to join some spectral herd somewhere. Abby wipes her eyes of tears and stands. She moves to the spirit's side and gently pats it. Thank you. I'm glad you came. The spirit's shoulders sag, its branches hanging low and still despite the slight breeze. I notice what looks like burn marks on its hide, where parts of its wooden skin is blackened and dark. Without a doubt, it's Evelyn's doing as well. I'm reminded of an old man putting a child to rest. Sorrow and surely pain as well weighed heavily on it. I wonder how it knew to come. Did it feel Alma's pain, or perhaps Abigail's? Bearing the emotional weight of an entire ecosystem, my heart aches for the spirit, as well as for Abigail's, who seems forever hurt by the powerlessness. Spirit and I meet eyes again, and I bow my head in reverence. I don't know it well enough to speak to it like Abigail, but for Alma's sake, I'm also glad it's here. It stoops down and picks up the deer's corpse. Blood now runs freely from the injuries, somehow not clotting, and I have to look away. Without a second thought for us, Spirit turns and leaves once more, going back the way it came. Abigail and I watch it go. In all, the encounter couldn't have lasted more than a minute or two. Long after the last of its footfalls have faded away, Abigail and I sit in silence. I hold her close, till finally we return to the church. The rest of the day passes quietly, the earlier euphoria of our relationship being overshadowed by fear of the shifting forest. Though Abigail is never more than an arm's reach away from me, and usually closer, she's nearly silent. Our headaches returned not longer after leaving the fairy clearing, stronger than before. Now some combination of pain and sorrow keeps us both quiet. At some point, I reach for her hand out of habit. And that's when it happens. My hand passes right through hers as if she isn't even there. Abigail! The first thing that comes to mind with a fright. She leaps up, searching around the source of my panic. Seems she didn't even feel it. Look! I reach for her hand, and once again it passes right through. Just like when we first met, before we can even speak with each other. She understands instantly. Oh no. Oh no, no! What's happening? Are you okay? Do you feel any different? I don't know anything about magic to even start to guess why this might be happening to her. Should we take you to the forest spirit, or get you some rest, or... Madison, it's not me. What? It's you. I look down at myself. Sure enough, my whole body is slightly transparent. I can see the floor of the church right through myself. Vertigo hits me, and I stumble. Abigail lurches forward to catch me, but of course she isn't able to. Dread fills my heart. Please, no, not again. What do I do? I slap my hand, a pathetic, ridiculous action. I can't even feel it. My own hand goes right through me. Shaky, Abigail stands up, holding her head. Something's happening to the forest. This must all be connected somehow. It's simply impossible otherwise. What could Evelyn be doing? I know that she has to be involved. I don't even have to ask. I have no idea. Nor do I know why she's choosing now of all times to do it. Do you think the forest spirit can help us? The forest spirit is all I can think of. The only ally that we have. At least it's a powerful one.
The fierce sport.
I'm sure the spirit was her first thought too. Perhaps we can try. Wordlessly, she heads out of the church and I follow behind her. The happiness and joy that we shared so recently has evaporated entirely. I wish that life, whatever form it takes for us, could just slow down. That we could have more than a moment to rest. But I know that's impossible while Evelyn is still out there. And I know that, one way or another, we're going to have to be the ones to deal with her. But what I don't know is if we even have a chance. You know what's going on? Has something like this happened to you before? It hasn't. This is the first I've seen of it, but I think I know. I think that the force is having trouble keeping you here. The magic is getting weaker too. So does that mean that I leave the implication unspoken? Abigail halts in her tracks, facing me with fiery determination. No, I won't let anything bad happen to you. Not again. I promise, Madison. I don't know if she has the power to keep that promise, but I can only hope so. Okay, I trust you. I really do. Believing in Abigail is my only option, but even if it weren't, it's like she said, together we can get through anything. I try not to think of what it would mean if I'm wrong. I'm not even totally sure myself. Would I just cease to exist? Go on to the afterlife? Something else? None of the options are especially appealing, and I know that dwelling on them will only make me feel worse. So I just focus on the here and now and sticking close to Abigail. What? Even I can tell that she was right when she says the whole forest is affected. Aside from the harsh winds, everything else feels subdued somehow. Trees don't seem to stand as tall, and the leaves and needles look dull, even by wintry standards. What little sunlight there is feels dreary rather than bright. The light snow falls from the sky, but the heavy clouds overhead promise more, and soon... It occurs to me that we've been walking longer than we normally have to. Instead of changing the forest path to get us there quickly, we're following the regular routes throughout the forest. Hey, why aren't we taking the shortcut through the forest? Is it too sick to let us do that? Wringing her hands, Abigail looks away. It's more that I'm afraid to try. If I push myself too hard, then... She leaves the consequences unspoken. I can't imagine what they might be. Same as what's happening to me, or worse. Whatever exactly that is. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. That's okay. Take as much time as you need. It's been so long since I visited the spirit. Our brief moment in the grove with Alma was the first time in days. I wonder if it's missed me. Of course it has. Who wouldn't? You're far too sweet, Madison. She nuzzles her head against me. The angle is a little awkward since we're still walking, but it's nice. But then she jerks away just like she was stung. Oh, you're back! Back. Her hand envelops mine, smooth and soft like always, rather than passing through me. Oh! Just because she can, she leans forward and gives me a quick peck on the lips. Mood, yes! I was so worried. Me too. I rub my arms and sides, making sure that I'm all there. Everything seems to be in order. Hopefully it's permanent. Indeed. It's not too much further to the spirit either. We should hurry. Sweat makes her brow glisten a little. She's definitely still feeling strained, even though I can tell she's trying to hide it. Don't push yourself too hard, sweetie. I won't. Still, despite her wounds, the longer we walk, the more visible a toll it seems to take on her. Her steps slow down, even though she wanted to hurry, and her breathing sounds labored. Are you sure you're alright? I'm fine. It's just... Rubbing her eyes, she shakes her head. Right then, a pile of snow hits the ground a few feet away from us. Looking up, I spot a tree drooping. Its boughs angled down as if bent. It's the forest again, not me alone. Your voice is what I already know. Something terrible must have happened for it to be this way. Since I'm unable to feel the forest like she can, all I can do is watch and worry. Just now, or at least today. Maybe. Or we may only now be feeling its effects. I'm not sure. I can tell by the frustration in her voice that she's nearly as in the dark about all of this as I am. I have to remind myself that what she knows, she only picked up by intuition and years of observation. I'm fortunate to have a guide as knowledgeable as she is about our situation, even if she doesn't know everything. I know when we're getting close to the grove of ancestral trees, from the changing in the air and the ways that the trees are larger than before. That profound sense of being watched, and of primal energy is still present. But even that feels mellower. Or maybe strained. Throughout everything, there's also an acrid smell of smoke. Suddenly, Abigail lets out a yelp of horror and dashes forward. Abigail! I follow right on her heels. Oh no! It didn't take long to discover what she found. Where once there was a mighty tree, all that remains is a blistered and charred husk. blackened by flames. The painful buzzing penetrates my head, nearly unbearable, and all I can do is watch in horror as a foreign sorrow emanates. Even I can tell that this is the forest crying out. Here, at the locus of its pain, even I'm affected. I can't imagine how Abigail must feel. Her fingers run across the damaged wood as if searching for signs of life. I have to remember that this isn't just another part of the forest. This is its heart, its very soul. And for so long, it was also her home. How? How did I not know? I've been so happy these past few days that I must have blinded myself to the pain of the forest. From behind, I wrap my arms around her, pressing my face against her shoulder. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, though. Even if you knew, you couldn't have changed it. If anything, we were lucky to have those few days. She clings to me, pinioning my arms into an even tighter embrace. As I feel her cry against me, my own uselessness feels like more of a curse than death ever was. I wish there was some magic word or spell that I could use to make things better. All I can do is hug her tightly and warmly, and hope that I am as much of a reassurance for her as she is for me. And without warning, I once again see my arms go transparent, and the feeling of Abigail against me disappears. Although this time it's not a big shock, it's still a reminder that we don't have long to wait. Abigail notices and steadies herself alone. Let's keep going. The spirit must be around here too. Why doesn't it stop Evelyn? Isn't that its job as a guardian? It probably can't. I'm sure it wants to, but it relies on the forest for strength. So if the forest is weak, then it must be too. In fact, that may be Evelyn's intention. The sinking feeling in my stomach intensifies. If she's even stronger than the forest spirit, then what hope do we have? I don't voice that fear, though. I'm sure Abigail's already worried about the same thing. It isn't much longer before we encounter the spirit. At first, we almost missed it. The forest spirit stands idly in a clearing as if lost in thought. It barely seems to notice us when we approach. A slight tilt of its head is the only acknowledgement we get. It's small, smaller than I've seen it before. It's barely as tall as I am. The lights in its eyes, usually bright and terrifying, have gone dim. It looks more like the wounded deer from the clearing the other day than the being who helped it pass on. Just like the trees it protects, its branches sag and are bare. Few have jagged ends, and if something snapped them off. As if something snapped them off. None of the wildlife that usually accompanies it is around. Instead, it seems alone and abandoned. Though it hasn't been long since we saw it last, it looks significantly pained. I wonder if its salvation of Alma was taxing on it. Abigail cries out again, just like when we came across the burned tree. As anguished as she sounded then, this time it's even worse. I hang back as she runs to its side, not wanting to intrude on a private moment. She places a hand on its leg, groaning something that I can't make out. Though the spirit tilts its head a little bit more to face her, the motion is stilted and janky. As exhausted and sick as Abigail seems, the forest spirit seems to have it 10 times worse. It makes a mournful sound, a deep, sonorous hum. It seems to echo and reverberate off the trees around us. Though I can't understand it like Abigail can, the pain and suffering in its tone is obvious. Abigail presses a cheek against it, patting the creature gently, same way she sometimes comforts me. I look down at myself, shimmery and transparent, and I'm pretty sure we won't be getting any assistance from the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing meme. And now you'll be able to see the meme. I said at the top, right? Close it. And I'm pretty sure we won't be getting any assistance from the spirit. Wave of nausea hits me as I ponder just what that means. I don't have any backup plans. If Abigail does, she doesn't mention them. My only choice to just stay like this and hope my condition doesn't get any worse. Ever since I came here to the forest, it's felt like I haven't had any control over my own fate. And I can't help but worry this will be the final nail in the coffin, perhaps literally. I fidget, adjusting my scarf and hood and glasses countless times. Abigail remains close to the spirit, pacing slow circles around it as she talks to it softly. I wonder what she's saying. Sometimes the spirit will hum or make a gesture that could be a nod. All the while, I keep my respectful distance. At some point, I realize that it's snowing. I don't know how long it's been going on. And some of the snow settles on the spirit's broad shoulders. It doesn't look festive or pretty. It just looks pitiful. The spirit sags, bearing the weight of the world. Not sure how long I wait, but I don't rush Abigail at all. This could be the last opportunity she has to speak with the forest spirit, judging by its condition. I'm sure she's thinking the same thing. I flip between solid and intangible so many times that I stop keeping track. I just watch the two of them. Finally, Abigail pulls herself away from the spirit. She approaches me, looking like she wants to say something but doesn't. Her eyes say it all, though. I try to hug her, but she softly shakes her head, and instead escorts me away, back into the woods. Though she never looks back, I do, just once. The spirit's lonely eyes watch us go. Heavy snow batters us while we walk. Of course, its chill doesn't reach us. Our visibility is
Okay.
effectively... I'm just crying a little bit.
Okay. My sweet girl.
Mm-hmm. It's sad, okay?
It's gonna be okay, I promise.
Mm-hmm. Why are you trying to
We'll
make me
find a way
cry
to beat
more?
Abigail
Why are you
together.
trying to make me cry more?
We'll find a way to beat Abigail together, I promise.
I'm gonna go piss around.
I'll take this time to do so as well. Hopefully you guys in chat have been enjoying this. And, yeah. Well, hello. Hello, Bucky. Hello, Buckaroo Bonsai. What you doing? Bucky Paw, now that's racing, yeah. Mwah. I love you. I love you. Can I get up? Can I get up? Will you let me up? Please? Can I get up? Let me up. Ow. Hey, don't smack me. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up.
And a bit chat. Yeah, huge me. Huge me. So, how we doing? How we feeling? What are we up to? Anybody been playing anything good lately? Anybody watched anything good lately? Tell me about your day, chat. I have a very uneventful life. Hey, that's a good thing. Having a very stressful, chaotic life is never fun. Well, Ellie, is there anything you look forward to, game or movie wise, or an event, or anyone else? If y'all have anything you want to add and talk about? I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Forza Horizon 6. That's been really fun. I want to watch the new Mandalorian movie? Me too. Me too. I've thoroughly enjoyed the Mandalorian series. By the way, it's filmed. Like it's 2 extra episodes added onto the series. Oh yeah? Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely enjoyed the Mandalorian series.
Have I seen the new Darth Maul show? I didn't even know they made one. I'll have to check it out. I am a Star Wars nerd. And a Star Trek nerd. And a nerd in general. I don't know. I think Ahsoka's gonna always be my favorite Star Wars character. Just the story for her is so good, so good. About where Maul was before the events of the Han Solo movie, Clone Wars Ahsoka or Show Ahsoka. Clone Wars Ahsoka. The show was pretty good. It was actually really good, honestly. Her bits in The Mandalorian were great. But just her story in general, like the lore and novels and stuff with her in it are great. Oh, why is that? Tell me about it. Tell me what your feelings were. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was a long time ago, but I just didn't have fun watching it. Oh, that's fair. Wah 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 wah. So let's all collectively agree the most recent Star Wars trilogy was ass, right? You like Kylo Ren? Ugh.
Face it, Leela. You're old.
Huh?
I said face it, you're old.
How am I old?
You just said, you like Kylo Ren? Ugh. He wasn't made for you.
Yeah, he's made for whiny little bitches.
Ooh, wow. Ooh, Ellie. Shots fired.
I'm gonna get angry and I'm gonna slice up the expensive ass controls on my ship that God knows if I fucking ruin it and blow us all up. Who cares? I'm angry. Bye.
Mm-hmm. Truly an icon. I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum. Oh. That Kylo Ren was made for whiny bitches. No, that's not what I want. What did I want? I was about to do...
Kylo Ren is about the same as those kids that lose a match in like League or some other competitive game, and they break their keyboard and they smash their monitor and then expect their parents to buy them a new one.
Certainly is. That certainly. I don't know if it's a true analogy. I don't know if it's. I can't argue with it necessarily.
You know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength. Stabs father.
Mm-hmm. I think he had the strength to stab his father. Yo, this snowy game is a real gas, huh? Yeah, real gas, huh? Mm-hmm. I've decided to put calories inside of my body instead of just eating sunflower seeds. So I finished the rest of my sushi.
Hell yeah.
Mmm, yummy.
Sushi.
Yummy. And you know what? I got through a panic attack. I'm gonna have a Snickers.
Patty.
I'm almost not shaking. Remember, kids. If you take off all your clothes and sit in front of a fan, you too can get through a panic attack. So I don't know about you guys. I don't know what happens to you when you have like anxiety or panic attacks. For me, it's extremely exacerbated with heat. And so because I got warm, I started sweating. And when I got even warmer, and then I kept getting warmer, and it kept making me more stressed, which made me in turn more warm, which made me more stressed. And so I literally took off the shirt that I was wearing, and then I took off the tank top that I had on, and just sat in front of the fucking fan in my bra. It's just like, I need, and then I was like, all right, now I'm really cold. So I have all of my clothes back on and a blanket. Heat is evil. I agree.
Usually when I have a panic attack, no matter how much I try and like breathing exercises and calm down, I usually end up getting to the point where I throw up.
Hmm. So I don't think I would have gotten that at that point. I think I would have broken down crying. I don't know if vomit would have made anywhere. But what I had to do was, like, the first thing I had to do, when I realized it was because I was so warm, I took my headset off entirely. And I still don't have that on yet. I have the other one on, the bone conducting one. Literally the same model as the one that I had snapped, that I threw out.
Yeah.
But having an actual, like, over-the-ear headphones, it makes things warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, existential dread, eh?
Yeah, that's never fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot you weren't there for it, because I think you were streaming it yourself at the time. My doctor, as soon as I sat down, he's like, all right, so how are we feeling? Good. We're feeling good. Feeling like medium rare, poor. I'm like, I don't know. Medium rare sounds about right. He's like, okay, tell me about it. I'm like, well, how much existential dread is too much? And he's like, okay, dread, any amount. Oh, oops. So, you know.
Why are you having dread?
Is this what I'm going to be doing with the rest of my life? Okay. I'm gonna continue reading now that I am calmed down. I also don't have to pee, and I'm not on the verge of tears. Heavy snow batters us while we walk. Though of course its chill doesn't reach us, our visibility is effectively zero. Too weak to even alter the path of the forest, Abigail clings to my side, trusting me to lead us back to the church. Though I maintain a brave face, I'm not fully confident in my ability to get us there. The wizard calls to mind memories of the day I died, though I don't let myself dwell on them. I'm not alone this time, and I have somewhat more to live for. The journey is strenuous. We move at a glacial pace, but the fastest that Abigail can manage. Her steps are heavy and slow, and as much as I want to urge her along, I know that I can't. I'm glad that she's watching the ground and her feet rather than me, so that she doesn't have to see the worry on my face. Every time I start to think that I've got this whole ghost thing figured out, something new arises to complicate it all over again. And this time, I don't even have Abigail's expertise to guide me. What happens if she loses the ability to walk altogether? Or to speak? What happens if the magic that keeps me here runs out? The occasional flickering of my body makes that a very real concern right now. I hold tightly to her hand, the only anchor of comfort and security right now. But even that has grown clammy and cold. Swallowing a lump in my throat, we march on. Trees bow in the wind, trying to turn their backs against it. For the first time that I can remember, there aren't any woodland creatures out and about. No mice or rabbits or chirping birds. Not even a panicked deer phasing in and out of existence like me. May as well just be me and her, no one else in this universe. Come on. I'm sure we're almost there. Can't be much further. say the words for my own sake as much as for hers, though in truth I have no idea if I'm right or not. For all I know, we could be heading in a totally opposite direction of the church. Even then, once we arrive at the church, I'm not sure what we'll do. Will she get better with time to rest? Why? Right now, the church is a goal. It gives us something tangible to work towards. Something to keep our feet moving, slowly or not. I'm sure you're right. Her voice is barely a murmur. I can only hope that she's saving her energy on purpose. I'm afraid to ask. I wonder how much of what's going on... how much of what's happening was by the mayor's design. While everything stems from her, it's impossible to know how much was deliberate and how much was simply a ripple effect from what she's done. I wonder if she even considers us a threat, or gives us any thought at all. If she doesn't, then maybe we can use that against her. Of course, first we have to reach a point where we can do that. During a momentary lapse in the blizzard, I'm able to make out a welcome sight in the haze, a warped and curled tree that I distinctly remember from an earlier trip. Look, you recognize that tree too, right? I'm pretty sure you were the one that showed it to me the first time. We're almost home! Abigail nods weakly, though she doesn't say anything. I squeeze her hand, trying to impart some strength into her. It kills me to see her like this, and I'd give anything to be able to help her. Almost there, we got this. She nods again, unable to do or say more. Except she doesn't stop nodding. Bobblehead. I tug her along, trying to lead her the rest of the short way, but she's rooted to the spot. And then she collapses. I jolt and choke on nothing as I gasp for a breath that I didn't actually need. Abigail has fallen to her knees. I didn't even feel her hand slip out of mine. I try to take the half step. Huh? It takes me a moment to understand, and I immediately wish that I hadn't. Oh my god, I just stopped existing for a moment! Oh! Profound dread grips my heart. Looking down at myself once again, I can see right through my hand and arm to the snow accumulating beneath us. Not good. This is extremely not good. I collapse to the ground beside Abigail, but at least of my own accord. I try to shake her by the shoulder, but it takes several tries before I can manage to maintain a form long enough to even touch her. I'm sorry, Madison. I just need a little break. With visible effort, she turns to look at me. I don't think she even realizes what's happening. But then I phase into non-existence for another moment, and when I come back, horror is clearly etched onto her face. Finding some hidden reserve of strength, she lunges toward me and grabs my hand. Immediately, everything goes back to normal. Madison, are you okay? Can you hear me? I'm fine now. I hold her hand a bit tighter to reaffirm. Are you okay, though? I'm just a little tired is all. Forces herself up again, looking more than a little tired. Immediately, she sways and nearly falls, but I catch and steady her. She leans into me, and I pull her into a hug. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Gently, I stroke her hair. In truth, I am terrified, but I don't want her to see that. It would only make things worse. I guide Abigail over to a fallen tree where we can sit down. Indifferent to the blizzard, even though the church isn't much farther, I don't want to push her too much right now. I wrap one arm around her as we sit, and I hold her close. Where can we go for help? Maybe the Forest Spirit sees how rough it is for us? But she shakes her head. Believe me, it would if it could, but I fear that it's even weaker than I am right now. It's much more in tune with the Forest than me, so it's suffering the effects even more strongly. All of this because Evelyn killed one tree? It wasn't just any tree. It was one of the ancestral trees. The oldest one. They're the heart of the forest. All of its strength comes from them. I can't pretend to understand their importance, but I know that Abigail isn't exaggerating. Not at a time like this. So what do? There has to be some sort of solution, right? Can we plant another tree or something? Even as I say it, I know the idea is ridiculous. We don't exactly have the centuries it would take for a new tree to grow up as big and strong as the one that was killed. The forest spirit is supposed to become the next one. All of the ancestral trees were once spirits like the one you've met. What's stopping it? The mayor? Her hand clenches around my shoulder, where she was holding on tightly. That's right. I hadn't even realized. Realized what? Groaning, Abigail sits up straight. So long as we're close like this, it seems like I'm able to maintain my physical form. And the spirit can't pass on its own. It needs the help of a fairy queen. That's one of her duties to the forest. But there's no fairy queen right now. Yes, which means that there's no one to complete the ritual. The rest goes unspoken. We both come to the same realization. An awful one. Madison! I know. Aren't any other options, are there? None that I know of. I close my eyes and take a deep breath, heading off, bathe with fear that I know is coming. I'm sorry again. It's okay. You don't need to apologize, really. But taking both her hands in my own, I turn to face her, understanding. Her eyes close halfway as her lips part to meet mine. Part of me wishes I could spend an eternity like this, together, warm with the woman I love. But that isn't an option anymore. Our kiss ends far too quickly, although I'm not sure it could have ever been enough. When we part, there are tears on Abigail's face. I'm not sure if they're mine or hers. It'll be okay, somehow. I know it. I'll be with you, no matter what. I know. Thank you. Seriously, I couldn't do this without you. I love you. I love you too. As one, we turn and face the forest again, putting the church behind us. Resigning myself for what's to come next, I point in the direction we need to go. Let's go visit the fairies. I'm sure they're still looking for a new queen. Once again, we reach the grove where the fairies nest. It occurs to me that that is the only part that seems unaffected by the forest sickness. The trees are just as vibrant as ever, and the pond just as crystal clear. We stumble into the middle, near the shore of the pond. Abigail takes several woozy steps, and I hold her shoulder to keep her steady. Then I flicker and she starts to fall, barely managing to keep her balance. Forget days or even hours to find another solution. We might not even have minutes. Hello? I call out, a bit surprised that none of the fairies have come to greet us. I watch the trees and listen for the buzz and flutter of wings. But it remains silent and still. Hello, fairies! Feels a little absurd and on the nose, but I don't know what else to say. There's no response. Please, we need your help! Might as well be shouting into the void. There's not even a single rustle. I notice that the birds who used to nest in these bushes seem to have abandoned this place. Tendrils of fear creep through me. What if the fairies are gone too? Madison. I turn towards Abigail, but she's not even looking at me. Madison. She just murmurs my name over and over again. I steel myself and face forward for her. You can help us. I'll find you a queen, even if it has to be me. My voice sounds stronger than I feel. No reaction. My heart pounds, feeling like it's going to burst out of my chest. Seconds pass, nothing. Beside me, Abigail has fallen silent, swaying on her feet but looking as if she might collapse. All of her trust and hope has been placed in me. I can't let her down. I won't let her down. Just as I gather breath to yell out again, I start to hear a faint buzzing sound deep in the trees. Something flickers, far away, but getting closer. I realize it's many somethings. Tiny lights spark to life, woven through and across the trees like Christmas lights. Those and the growing buzzing herald the arrival of the fairies. They burst from the trees as a swarm, nearly enough to darken the sky overhead. Like before, 3 break apart from the rest and swoop towards us. I recognize them as the 3 I spoke to before, the ones I named Hey, Anon, and Frio.
We're back. To be queen. We've been waiting.
They watch inquisitively while the rest of the swarm hover overhead. It isn't what I want. Still barely know what being a queen would entail, much less a fairy queen. All I have is one short vision. But it's not like I have time to research or to learn. There's not time for anything else. It's this, or disappear forever and leave Abigail to whatever fate she's suffering. Of course, that's not an option I'm even willing to consider. I put on the sternest face I can and lock eyes with the fairy in the middle. Only if you can help us. Wordlessly, the fairies dart forward, inspecting Abigail and me. They communicate silently with each other, leaving me to wonder what they're saying and thinking. A minute later, they return to their position in front of my face.
Name your terms. But are you sure? We think we know.
You make us human again and stop whatever it is that's happening to us, then I'll make sure you have a queen, whether it's me or someone else.
The queen. Who else could it be? We spent so long looking. There's not much time left. For you or for us.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you running out of time for?
She'll make her move. Haven't you seen? The moon sick one.
Moon sickness.
Moon.
That word again. Moon sick one. You mean Evelyn?
Evelyn. A human name. It must be her.
I don't fully follow, but there's no one else they could be referring to. There's so much that I want to ask, but I can't right now. How long do we have?
Until the moon is at the brightest. That's when she's strongest. Will you be ready then?
I'll have to be. I haven't been paying much attention to the moon, but I know that it can't be more than a week until it's full. Probably less. I really wish I had Tara's stupid shirt to use as a reference right now. Tara. In all of this, I haven't even really been considering that by becoming human again, not just a ghost, I'll be able to see her again. That's at least one big upside, though I don't know where we'll even begin catching up. Still, that's something else to be figured out later. Facing the fairies, I nod. Okay.
We can start preparing. Are you ready? It won't take long.
I just need a moment to get ready, too. Fairies flit off and rejoin the rest of their kind, not bothering to respond. That's fine by me. Turn back to Abigail, who's been silent throughout the entire thing. At first, I thought maybe she passed out, but instead she's watching me with an anxious eye. Madison, are you sure? Softly, she leans against me. Well, she kind of falls. Yes, I'm sure. Fairies have all gathered nearer the pond, close to one of the trees. They watch us intently, ruining the chance of any private moment. I kiss Abigail's cheek and feel her nuzzle against me for just a moment. I love you, Madison. She says it with more strength than she's been able to muster so far. I love you too. We look into each other's eyes for one last moment, then I turn and stride towards the fairies. I don't let myself look down. I don't even let my hands shake. I keep my steps measured and even. I only glance back once to where Abigail is watching me. Then, Hey, Frio, and Anon descend once more. Frio loosely grips a crown of woven feathers and leaves, as out of season has rested this grove. I would say that it doesn't feel real, but to tell you the truth, it's been a long time since anything has.
Is it time? We hope it is. Just put it on.
That's it. All I gotta do is put this crown on.
It's all for you. Is that too much? We'll do the rest.
Is that too much? Okay. Rio hands me the crown. I let it rest on my palms. It's light, barely noticeable. Flowers are all woven together so deftly that I have to wonder if it was made by magic. Also slightly warm, like it had just been sitting in the sun for a while. I swallow the lump in my throat. This is what's best for everyone, not just for me or Abigail, but for the whole forest. Aww. It does immediately take over. One swift motion, I reach up and place the crown on my head. It fits perfectly, as if it were made for me. I wonder if it was. The moment it touches my hair, the fairies start to move. They chatter out loud, but there are so many of them speaking that it's impossible to hear what they're saying. I don't even know if they're human words. Altogether, they sound like a forest of rustling leaves. I shut my eyes as I feel a tingling sensation. It starts at the top of my head and slowly works its way through me. It's not uncomfortable at all, but it also isn't anything ignorable. Something soft brushes against my face and hands. It feels like snow, but isn't cold, and when it melts away, there's no trace of wetness left behind. An invisible force feels like it's tugging me in every direction at once, but I stay rooted to the spot. The light scent of pine fills my nose. Somehow it's nostalgic. I open my eyes, still in the middle of my metamorphosis. Kafka? Warmth spreads through my body like a hot cup of coffee, and with it comes understanding of the forest and how I'm a part of it. I'm actually aware of its existence, tuned to its precise frequency. I can imagine this must be what Abigail meant by being connected. You. Yo, get fucked. Memories that aren't mine start to run through my head, a movie that I can't shut off. Visions of trees sprouting from the earth and growing skyward, and of clouds forming and then falling apart. Each denizen of the forest, every tree, every deer, even the forest spirit itself, comes to mind at once, feeling like old friends I haven't seen in a while. None of it feels new, not intrusive or foreign, rather this knowledge feels like something that's always been there, but without my awareness, or maybe something I'd forgotten. Comfortable. And still fairies dance overhead, their rustling chants even louder as they perform their ritual. I wonder if all fairy queens are inaugurated this way. And at the same moment I wonder, I know instinctively that they aren't. Visions of a beautiful woman, who I immediately recognize as the missing fairy queen, come to mind, and with her comes a longing, a feeling of something missing. Then, as my thoughts turn, the vision of the longing are gone too. I feel the rustle of cloth against my skin, as even my clothes acknowledge the change, taking on a life form of their own. They lengthen and stretch and puff out, becoming a dress more elaborate and beautiful than anything I've ever worn before. Living, breathing flowers bloom from its hem right before my eyes, matching the crown on my head. I feel the magic work its way through, over and around me, enveloping tightly, and then, as the ceremony comes close to an end, I start to feel it drain out of me. Deeps down and out, back into the earth and air, returning to the force that lent me its strength and trust to take on this role. As I heave a deep breath, the enormity of the responsibility that's been placed on me feels heavy, but not unbearably so. If anything, I'm reassured by the competence and power that I can simply feel that I have. Can I please? Yeah, why? Yes, please. Thank you. I'm not invincible, I know that much. But for the first time in ages, I feel like I'm in control. Yeah, what's that like? I stumble just a little bit as my feet touch the ground that I never knew I'd left. The instant that I do, the last of the shifting magic leaves me, although I can still feel it as a part of the forest. Without anyone saying anything, without any confirmation, I simply know. It's done. I've become the fairy queen. I did it. I became the fairy queen. Wait. Uh, uh, uh.
She was a fairy.
Yeah, but more importantly, queen! I have a queen model. I have two of them, actually. Aha! I emerge! Triumphant once more! No longer a Yukiona, but the sovereign of sushi. My first steps as fairy queen are shaky. At any moment, it feels like my legs might give out from under me. Yet, at the same time, I feel a strange sort of confidence and inner strength. I love it! Oh my god, yeah, it's like... Babe, I've seen you do that hand motion, specifically. Like, constantly. And I also notice myself doing it all the fucking time. The strange sort of confidence and inner strength. I don't know if magic literally courses through my veins or not, but it feels that way. My next few steps as fairy queen are easier. I keep my gaze fixed on Abigail as I make my way towards her. She waits impatiently, concern clearly etched on her face. Fairy's buds agitated over my head, darting and dashing in pointless patterns, though they don't vocalize anything. I can hear their voices clearly in my head.
Welcome home. How does it feel?
I acknowledge their words, and at the same time I can feel myself be acknowledged. It comes as naturally as breathing. I promise that I'll get back to them in a moment. Madison, are you alright? She clings to my side, her slender arms tight around me. Though I'm not shaking anymore, her presence is still infinitely reassuring. I press my lips to her head and we sway gently back and forth. I can feel her too, as a part of the forest. Her presence is as warm and comforting in my head as in my arms. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. It makes a sound that I think is a gasp, but that I soon think is a sob. Abigail cries against my shoulder, her arms tightening like a vice. I don't ever want to let her go. I hold her as tightly as I can while her body is racked with sobs. Her breath and tears are warm, almost painfully hot. The thin lace of my new outfit does little to inhibit them. I'm so sorry. That all of this is happening, I'm sorry. Gently, I find her hands and take them in mine. I squeeze them, trying to impart the same kind of solace that she gives to me. It's okay, really. I'm happy things turned out this way. Glad that I met you, no matter the circumstances. Her cries get stronger, and I drop one of her hands in order to brush her hair back from her tear-stained face. We hold each other tightly until she's able to calm down. Meanwhile, the fairies still continue to circle overhead, although they remain respectfully silent. Finally, Abigail heaves a steady breath and steps back just a little bit. I'm sorry again. It was just that seeing you there with the fairy light. I mean, you looked beautiful. You still do. More than beautiful. But it made me again realize everything that you've gone through, and everything I've put you through. I put a finger to her lips. She looks up at me, surprised, replacing the sadness. It's okay. I grew through all of it again to end up here with you. I mean it. Abigail sniffles heavily, and I can tell that she's trying not to cry again. Mood girl. You can make it up to me by getting out of all of this with me. She nods. That sounds more like a gift to me than the other way around. But I'll keep being selfish and take it. Oh my god, me. I want you to be selfish. Also me.
Oh, yeah, I do. I want you to be selfish, too.
We kiss quickly and briefly, then separate. I look up at the fairies above me, who are glad to be noticed again. Thank you for saving me like this. I owe you my life. Somehow, I've ended up owing my life to way more people than I ever expected to.
You have 3 days to keep it. That's right. You're running out of time. We can't wait much longer.
I know. I'll find a queen for you. I know that it won't be as easy as I make it sound. After meeting some of the Eisenfeld locals, I don't get the impression that any of them would be interested in the offer. Still, I have 3 days to figure it out.
We'll be waiting. We know we'll see you again. With a new fairy queen or not.
Ritual finished, the fairies quickly disperse back into the trees. I'm glad there's no more ceremony or ritual to go along with my transformation. Alone with Abigail once more, I head to the shore of the pond so that I can finally get a full glimpse of myself. I can barely recognize my own reflection. The girl staring back at me from beneath the water looks much more suited to the position of queen than I expected. She looks calm and confident, like she's unafraid of whatever happens next. I hope I'm not just fooling myself. I turn this way and that, admiring my new outfit. Oh my god, me! On top of my head, the flower crown that the fairies gave me fits comfortably. I wonder if it's meant to tempt me into staying. Abigail moves closer, peering into the water with me. Our reflections next to each other serve as a visible reminder as to why I can't stay. Comfortable and satisfying as this new profound gift is, I have no desire to keep it at the cost of our freedom. I'll get us out of this. You ready to go? I am. Okay. First things first, we need to get in touch with Morgan and Tara. They probably know more about the mayor than we do. It'll also set my mind at ease a lot. There's so much that I need to say to Tara. Even if I spent all 3 of our days just talking with her, that still wouldn't be enough time. How will we do that? Going to the village would be far too dangerous. We don't have to. We just gotta get to the cabin. I flex my fingers, still acutely aware of the magical tingling. And that's easy like this. Abigail runs her fingers over mine, her skin angelically soft like always. Alright, I trust you. So cute. I curl my fingers, squeezing her hand again. Thank you. Speaking of which, there's something I think we should do. I pause a moment while she waits expectantly. Much like the way my coronation just ended, what I'm about to say seems unceremonious. I think I can return us to the physical plane too. Both of us. It takes a second for the implication to sink in, before Abigail's eyes grow wide as saucers. Madison! Are you sure? Her hand clutches her heart. Yeah, I can't explain how I know, but I just do. There's a lot of stuff that I can do now. But that way, you'd be able to talk with Morgan and Tara too. And I know that we'll need all the help we can get The end. I keep banishing thoughts of what that end will be, because there's only one way that this can end, putting a stop to Evelyn once and for all. I don't need that weighing on my mind along with everything else right now. I understand. You know that I wouldn't just abandon you, Madison. I know. Abigail takes a deep breath. Look, it's me! I know. Abigail takes a deep breath, steadying herself. Okay, I'm ready. Silently, I step forward, taking her other hand in mine as well. I close my eyes and bow my head, and I feel her do the same. I can feel the magic course through me and out of me, spreading like vines from my fingers. It affects both me and her, taking our very forms and rebinding them to the mortal world where they belong. I can feel Abigail tense up and hear her breathing getting shallow. Still, I keep my eyes closed, willing the magic to continue working. It obeys my whims effortlessly. And then, after a minute that feels like an hour, the flow of magic slows and then stops. I open my eyes. Abigail's still there, her hands warm in mine, her eyes slowly open as well, meeting mine. This close together, I can feel her breath, warm against my face. How do you feel? A light breeze blows through. For the first time in 200 years, Abigail's gown sways in the wind. It's cold, she says and laughs, pressing herself even more tightly against me. Abigail shivers, her teeth begin chattering within seconds of her transformation. Despite how poofy it is, her gown really isn't very warm at all. Fortunately, the chill doesn't bother me. It wouldn't make sense for a fairy queen to be susceptible to the cold. But taking care of Abigail is a pressing matter. Let's go to the cabin. I can get us there quickly. She just nods, wrapping her arms tightly around herself, her tightly as well, and access the magic once again. This time I'll use it to transport us across the forest to its very boundary where the cabin is, and where my powers stop being useful. Since the cabin and the village are technically outside of the bounds of the forest, once I step past the trees, I'll just be a regular ghost again, at least until I go back into the forest. So I can't get too far away. If Evelyn were to find out where we are, or make some move against us, I'd be powerless to stop her. Better to not even give her that opportunity. Still, the transportation is smooth. Doesn't even feel like we move. Instead, we close our eyes in the fairy clearing, and when we open them again, the cabin is just in front of us. Seeing it again strikes a pang in my heart. Feels like forever ago. I guess technically it was a lifetime ago. No, there's no time to get sentimental though. Not when Abigail's like this. Instead, we hurry to the front door. Miraculously, the door is unlocked. I guess Morgan and Tara had more important things to worry than locking up after the last time they were here. We rush inside, and I turn on both the lights and the heater. Before air cranks out, Abigail's relief is palpable and immediate. She settles down onto one of the chairs, comfiness outweighing even her curiosity for just a moment. Better? Much. She luxuriates in the feeling, eyes closed in bliss. Her fingers absent-mindedly scrape the soft cushion of the couch, which she presses her back into. It's so soft. Then she leaps to her feet. Zooming toward the kitchen, she drags her fingers along every different surface as she goes, stopping to examine most of them. She rubs the edge of the counter. Madison, it's so smooth and cold! At the sink, she examines the faucets intently before spinning one of them. Cold water pours out over her hands, and she yelps in shock but quickly grins. Madison, it's like a river! Then she reaches the heater, which is pretty much keeping her alive right now. Like a cat, she basks in front of it, relishing the warmth. Each sensation seems to bring her immeasurable joy. For me, it had been a couple weeks. For Abigail, it had been 200 years without feeling warmth or cold or textures. I watched fondly. I wish we had more time to enjoy ourselves, more time to show her modern things like films. I remind myself that I can't think like that. We just don't have the time yet. We just have to get through this. Then we'll have all the time in the world. I'm gonna get you some warmer clothes. I'll be right back. Alright. Why is she so smug? She still flops in front of the heater, closer than I would have thought is comfortable. Smiling, I head into what had once been my bedroom. Been rearranged a bit. My suitcase has been shoved into one corner, forgotten. My laptop sits atop my bed, although most of the video gear is missing. Tara and Morgan must have taken it with them when they left. Good thinking. Start booting up my laptop while I roll the suitcase to my bed and start sifting through my clothes. For everything I've been through, the actions feel so mundane that I have to give myself a second just to let it all sink in. Everything's been moving so fast since that night Abigail and I kissed by the water. There's hardly been a chance to breathe. Still, being back on familiar territory with familiar comforts is reassuring. Makes me feel like a human again. Something as simple as being able to push a button on my computer and watch it respond is a little miracle that I don't think I'll take for granted again. Getting used to the necessities of normal life, like eating and sleeping, will definitely take some time, though. Same with keeping warm. Fortunately for Abigail, my clothes are the only option she has. They won't fit her as well, but they should be better than that nightgown that she's been wearing for so long. I complete the outfit with a cute hat. I hope she likes it. Me? Here you go. They're not the best fit, but they should at least keep you warm. Abigail hurries over and reverently takes the bundle from me. Are these your clothes? Yeah, they are. I hope that's okay. She holds the bundle to her chest. I'll treasure them. I show her to the bathroom and also explain how everything works. I have to admire her restraint and just accepting everything modern in stride. It isn't too long before she emerges once again. She holds her arms wide, the cloth hanging a little loosely from her in parts, but she's smiling. It's too big on. It's way too big on her. How do I look? Gorgeous. That's the word I managed to stammer out, although there's a whole slew of them that would work. I'll be biased, but I think my clothes look better on her than on me. Giggling, she does a slow spin, showing off more. Yes! The person who chose them has a wonderful taste. Abigail gets comfortable in the living room while I grab my laptop from the bed. I sit down beside her, turning it so she can see. This is a computer. You can do a ton of things, but it also lets people talk via long distances. And that's how you're going to contact Tara. Right. Abigail watches with rapt attention as I open a browser and wait for the painfully slow internet to load my email. There are so many different pictures and words. Don't you ever lose track of where you are? Not really. You get used to it. Surely you're being modest. I imagine very few people could operate one of these things. I love her! Yes! I love her!
You'd be surprised.
What?
You'd be surprised, yeah. I mean,
Oh, okay.
there are a lot of people that don't know how technology works.
Mhm. But this emotion of just the most mundane thing, just like the no, like you're so great, and it's like I love you so much, like I mean you've seen me do it.
Yeah.
I wish, but really most people have one of their own, or even more than one. They're a really common part of everyday life. I see. In that case, you'll have to teach me. Definitely. For now, though, I'm going to send a message. How will it be transported? It's, trying to think of how to explain this, and I realized I have the perfect analogy. You know how the forest is all totally connected? Like, how you can sense all the different parts of it? Abigail nods, and slowly her face gets pale. Madison, don't tell me that modern people are connected in the same way. I can't help it, I burst out laughing. Indignantly, she waits for me to finish. Makes me past the point of having tears in my eyes before I do. I can see that I was wrong. Me. I can see in her eyes that she's just playing. I'm sorry. It's just that you look so horrified. She laughs too.
It's such a me and you fucking back and forth. You or me. Every fucking time.
Well, imagine how I feel. Nothing is impossible anymore, so I simply have to assume the worst. She snuggles against me, pressing her cheeks against my shoulder to show that she's only pretending to be upset.
Hey, it's me.
Well, go on, do explain it then. It's not the people who are connected, but the machines. If you have a computer, you can send a message instantly to any other computer in the world. It's more complicated than that, but that's the easy way to put it. I see. So you're going to send a message to Tara's computer. Right. I'm going to tell her to come and meet us here. I believe it's me. I'm sure that she'll know somehow. I know. Entering Tara's email address into the field. feels absurdly formal to be sending an email of all things to get in touch with her. I don't think we've ever had an email conversation in our lives. I leave the subject line blank. Anything I could put there would feel comical. I don't really know how to word the rest of this message, so I don't think about it. Just put my fingers to the keys and start to type me every time I type. Dear Tara, I know this is going to sound kind of hard to believe. Yo, bitch. What up? I'm back from the dead! It's your boy, Madison.
That's gonna be me after every surgery. I'm gonna send you a message like, "Yo, I'm back from the dead. They couldn't kill me this time either."
Yeah. I'm acquainting Abby with modern technology when the sound of loud voices from outside interrupts me mid-sentence. Well, one very obnoxiously loud voice. I only know one person who can make a racket like that. I grab Abigail's hand and lead her out into the living room just in time to hear Tara and Morgan reach the door.
Tara, stop for a second. We don't know for sure if this isn't a trap.
Yeah, but what if it's not? I can't take that chance. I'm going in. Me.
Yeah,
What?
me. The door flies open so hard it bangs against the wall. Tara freezes in the doorway, probably not expecting me to be right here. Maybe even here at all. Hey. Everything I ever has been planned to save my head. It's forgotten in an instant. Somehow this feels more unreal than anything else so far. I've never had time to doubt any of the stuff that's happened to me. I had plenty of time to doubt that I'd see Tara again. Tara's mouth flops up and down like a nutcracker statue. I don't think she forms a single coherent word. Morgan approaches from behind and places a protective hand on Tara's shoulder, which seems to reset her. She rubs her eyes as she stares at me. Either she doesn't believe what she's seeing, or she's about to cry. Maybe both.
You, you change. You changed your look a bit, huh?
When she finally speaks, her voice shakes like crazy. You like it? Oh my God. Tara gives a slight nod. No, go.
It.
Yeah, it's you.
It makes you look like a total nerd.
Without another word, she bursts into tears. She doesn't even hesitate a moment before bounding forward like an excited, tear-stained racing dog. Ew. I've spent so long worrying about her that seeing her safe and sound in the flesh is almost too much to handle. There's so many things that we left unsaid or unresolved. I'm just glad there's time to fix that now.
I thought you were dead.
I was! Me, me too. We burst into laughter, still punctuated with sobs. At least we both have the clarity of mind to tell that this hug has gone on for way too long. When we split apart, she's a big dumb grin on her big dumb face.
Was that how you felt at the sushi restaurant?
Yes! Good. Yeah. You're talking about looking at you with your big dumb grin on your big dumb face?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I looked at you, you were just staring at me, and I was just like, "What? What did I say? What did I do wrong?" Oh, right, I'm real.
Welcome back, Mad.
Good to be back, Tara. A reunion over, Morgan finally steps forward, taking Tara's hand in her own. She smiles at me, her expression soft for once.
Hey, Maddie. It's good to see you again.
Her voice is as calm as ever, but the wide, genuine smile on her face tells me that the last couple of weeks have changed her as much as they changed me. You too, Morgan. I should say something more than that, but I know neither of us is much for words. I'd like to have someone else around who feels the same way for once. Before anything else, there's someone I'd like to introduce you to. I turn to gesture for Abigail, but at first she's nowhere to be seen. Then I spot a familiar flash of pink and purple lingering in my bedroom door. Right, we've spent so long together that I'd forgotten how timid she was when we first met. Her eyes are wide as she wrings her hands, looking from me to Tara and Beck. Tara and Morgan look just as shocked once they notice her. I head over to where Abigail is and take her hand. You're okay, I promise. She nods, letting herself be led back into their living room. Tara,
That's
Morgan.
gonna be us when we meet your friends, because I'm gonna be timid as fuck.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tara, Morgan, I'd like you to meet Abigail. I pause for a moment. She's my girlfriend.
Oh, we do have a lot of catching up on.
He turns to face Abigail.
I'm Tara. I've been friends with Maddie forever.
It's nice to finally meet you, Tara. I've heard a lot about you.
Hell yeah, all good things, I hope. Me, so fucking
Lee?
I'll take it.
Yeah! Morgan steps forward, too.
Morgan, nice to meet you.
Yeah, okay, their eyes do look exactly the same.
Yep.
I hadn't really noticed it because I'm usually looking down at the thing. And then, also, I've never had them next to each other. Abigail nods politely. You as well. So, let's sit down. We've got a lot of catching up to do, and not a whole lot of time to do it.
And the one thing you can notice is Morgan actively talked about she cut her hair off. But you can tell if she had it long like that, it would be wavy like that.
Mm.
See how on her pigtails, how it kind of flows out?
Mm-hmm. And the wait, we have them right next to it.
Right, and the bangs in the front.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And when they smile the same.
I don't know, I wouldn't say that it's the same smile because it's different angle, so I can't really compare it quite as well. Four of us move to the couch and sit down. Right as we do, though, there's a loud grumble from beside me. Abigail clutches her stomach, looking absolutely mortified. What was that? What's happening? Oh, yeah, we should probably eat something. Eat? Her eyes light up. That's right, I'm hungry! I love her! We're gonna try to look baffled. I can't blame them for that one. Like I said, long story. Is there anything to eat? It's been a long time since either of us had a meal.
Make us some breakfast. Cross your fingers for pancake mix.
So,
Yeah.
we pause now?
Hmm?
We pause for next time?
Yeah.
Did you just kiss me?
Hmm?
Did you just lean down and kiss me?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Mhm. There you go. No, I didn't. Hey, no, D. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed that. Is gay. Hairdo's Day.
Disconnect.
Disconnect. Alright, we're gonna go say hi to Dakota's daughter. I already have a great raid message. We're gonna make a great personal customized raid message. What? Right? That's what I said. Alright, give me 1 second. It is all now out of my way so I can type properly and do it correctly. Abba. Alright. That's it. That's our raid message. Hi, Dakota's daughter. Because he's gonna hear from it. He's gonna hear about it, most likely. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Brandon and I, we might be doing Jackbox tomorrow. I have no fucking clue. Anyways, I love you guys. Lila, you won't be doing shit until Friday? Are you doing something?
Yeah. I gotta go to the VA tomorrow and do blood labs, and then Thursday I'm being wing woman for Loka. He's going to a sing at a bar, so I'm gonna be getting
Friday.
food and drink out of it. And then Friday I will be trying to do Siege.
Friday! She'll actually play Siege. Okay, I love you. Bye.